Hey! Hello, everybody.
Hi.
It's Friday.
Hello.
Oh.
Friday, October the 25th, 2024. And we are in the studio together. All five of us. Broadcasting from the
Just the five of us.
105.7 The Point Studios on Olive Boulevard in Creve Coeur. And yep, let's do this. Good morning, St. Louis.
Hi.
Time to get up. Man, I woke up this morning with my dog's face about 3 inches away from me.
The best way.
That was not great. I'll be honest with
Was
you.
she standing up on the ground? And
No, she was sleeping.
Oh,
That's even better.
she was protecting you. You were like in the wolf pack last night. That's great.
Was I in the wolf pack?
Yes, your alpha wolf,
I
daddy
mean,
wolf.
it was like snout to like my face.
Adorable.
So that means I had hot dog breath
You were sucking
going
it
on
in all
me
night.
for,
So does she.
You were breathing it in all night.
yeah.
She loved your hot man breath.
All I think is, what if this dog has like a dream? It's being attacked and it attacks back in the dream and it bites my face.
Would you put your dog down if she did that?
Just need a bite back.
Would I put my dog down? Mm-hmm. If my dog bit me in the face
From a dream?
Yeah.
like dream bit me in
You
her
better
sleep?
not. You better not.
No, I would not
Okay,
put her
good.
down.
I'm just making sure we're on the same page.
I would put down the person that allowed the dog in the room
Oh,
last night.
I took a dog tooth in the forehead once. It wasn't as bad as you think it is, but it requires stitches.
Yeah.
And a good story at the hospital if you don't want your dog to get in trouble.
Well, then they call animal control. Next thing you know, somebody's showing up at your house.
yeah.
Yeah.
Putting your dog on
Notice.
notice and probation.
I didn't want the dog getting in trouble, and on the way to the hospital, my mom's like, "What happened?" And I was like, and I wasn't ready for that. And then I was like, "Oh yeah, she's asking me because I'm going to need a story at the hospital
alibi.
too." So I go, wood pile. It fell in the wood pile."
Yep.
She goes, "All right, we got there." And doctor's like, "Man, what happened?" Like right between the eyes, like
Yeah.
right here, big old hole. And he goes, "What happened?" I go, "Well, I slipped and fell right into the wood pile." "What'd you slip on?" I was like, "I don't know." Like, "What'd you hit in the wood pile?" I was like, "I don't know. It must have been a corner."
Yeah.
And then,
A pillow.
He like files this under dog.
the doctor definitely
They
immediately
know.
left, went out in the hall, took my mom out there. And when we got home, my mom's like, "It's a dog, huh?" I was like, "What? How would you know that?" He's like, "The doctor knew that you were full of it with
Yeah.
the wood thing."
That's
Fell
hilarious.
on
The
some
doctor
wood.
could see through the lies.
Yeah.
There's a piece of wood that was sharp.
How did that flashlight get up your butt? Well, it was, I fell on it.
I got hot, and then I was trying to do jumping jacks, so I got hot and took off all my clothes.
Yeah. The
Then it
doctor
got
could see
dark.
through those lies.
Yeah, he could, but you know what? You ain't getting my dog.
So do you get an ankle monitor on your dog?
Yep. They put an ankle monitor on him.
Do you remember that sketch, Appalachian Emergency Room from SNL, where Seth Meyers was like it was like the Appalachian, Tennessee, what everybody was coming in for, and Chris Parnell's character always had something up his butt.
Yeah.
Every episode.
Yeah.
He's like, wouldn't you know it? I got hot working out in my garage, and I fell drawstring purse down on a Stretch Armstrong doll. And the harder I pulled to get him out, he kept stretching, popping further up in there. And he's like, all right, Tyler. His character was
Tyler.
Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler.
And he had something different up his butt every episode.
Well, I told the story. I think I did, where when we got new dog, one of my son's buddies. Yeah, she was a little skittish when she was a puppy. Mm-hmm. She's still very wary of people.
Yeah.
Because she's a rescue dog, so I don't know what happened to her when she was when she was born.
Right.
So she was on one of the couches in the living room. She was on it in one of the couch chairs, and my son's buddy like wedged himself in between the dog and the arm. Mm-hmm. The dog was growling. I go, "Hey, buddy, the dog's saying,
Back up, Terry.
back up, Terry. She don't want you there. She don't want you next to her. I mean, growling. And the boy, sweet kid. He goes, dogs love me. Famous last words.
Yeah.
And the dog went, just like a little, like, get away from me.
Yeah.
And got him, like, on his nose. Because he had his face next to the dog. And new dog was maybe 5 months old. Mm-hmm. Anyway, and it was just one little trickle of blood just came down his nose. And, he could go to the doctor and he had to get one stitch. And when it's a dog bite, they need to contact animal control.
Right.
When it's a wood pile, nothing.
They need
They
to
still-
contact
yeah.
a lumberjack. They need
Lumber
to get
control.
They need to get a lumberjack there.
Anything with bark involved.
Yes.
They say we're going to keep your flannel shirt unless you straighten it up.
And the my buddy, whose son it is, said, "Oh my God, the doctor said we have to call animal control. We knew it was our son's fault, and we don't want the dog to get in trouble." I go, "Oh my God, dealing with animal control, I've never done that before."
Right.
I go, "Oh my God, they're gonna come take the dog.
Right.
They come take the dog away from me."
That's what happened to my cats this past, summer when they mauled me.
That's
And
right.
the-
Yeah, you got toe up.
Animal control says, bring forth Clover to animal control
Yeah.
lady.
Dead man walking.
And I go, this is her. And, Clover's like, ah. And then, would you like to put your cats down? I go, get the hell out of my house. No.
She asked if you'd like to put the cats
Yeah,
down.
she's like,
Bring Clover to the Green Mile.
they essentially ask hey, are you afraid of your cats? I'm like, no.
No, well,
get
what
out
happened
of here.
was, so the next day, I get home from work. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning. My Ring doorbell goes off, and I see in the camera there is an animal control officer in full gear,
Yeah, tactical wear.
like full tactical, bulletproof vest. Armed to the teeth.
Yeah, ready to handle the 5-month-old puppy.
Well, and there are only from what I understand, because I asked them, like, is this all necessary? Like this all the gear.
Right.
And they said there's only like 3 or 4 of us.
Yeah, and they're probably doing 12 a day.
There's only like 3 or 4 of us, and we go to pretty sketchy neighborhoods, mostly for dog fights. So we got to be kind of geared out for that.
Yeah,
and
that
and she
seems like
couldn't have been nicer, this woman.
Seems like an unfun gig.
She basically told me, because I was like, "Are you here to take my dog?" And she basically said, "Calm down." She said, "Calm down." I'm like, "You want to come in?"
Want to come in?
Yeah, so I invited her into my home. I showed her the dog was all up to date on shots and stuff like that, and she goes, "All right, tell me what happened." I go, "Well, here's the couch. The dog was growling."
Yeah, it's weird. You're like the victim and you feel kind of guilty, You're like, you don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
and she goes, "Yeah." She goes, "Kids are dumb." I go, I've been saying that.
Yeah. You're like, I'm on the
Forever.
radio saying it all the time.
I'm like, I know. I say that all the time. She's like, it's not a big deal. It's not like the kid's face was. It was one little
he had
thing.
his nose still. He's fine.
He was fine, and they said, "All right, just the dog's got to be here. Can't go anywhere for like 2 weeks, like under like house arrest."
Right.
Is he gonna get an ankle monitor?
Then you got to find rabies. Am I going to turn into a rabies zombie or?
Yeah, and then they came back. I guess it was 10 days. 10 days later, and they were like, "All right, dog's still here. Everything's all good. We're not going to keep. There's no list. Like the dog's not going to. Is the dog going to put on a list? No, it's fine. Everybody was cool. We're good.
Just be cool.
We're good. Everybody was good. Dog's okay. But I woke up this morning with the hot dog breath. We may have made out last night. I don't know.
Your wife is out of town, right?
No, she
Okay.
she leaves today. You never know. But it was one of those, my alarm went off. I woke up to my alarm this morning. I opened my eyes, and it could have been one of those, ah! And the dog went, ah! But it didn't. It didn't wind up that way. It was all good. Very sweet, tender moment this morning. Anyway,
good.
I'm struggling to think of a worse way to break up with somebody.
Okay.
Moon, you saw this video this morning.
I did. It was awesome. Not necessarily the, doing it like this, but the video itself is.
We talked the other day about,
Pretty funny.
some people find identical twins very creepy. Right? Very creepy, especially if they're dressed the same and
Yeah.
they finish each other's
Yeah,
sentences.
same haircut.
Yeah, I'm not freaked out at all, but I understand the couple people that are in our lives that are legitimately terrified of twins. I know it has to be the worst when they're like 30s, 40s, and have identical haircuts. I mean, they're like working at it. You know what I'm saying? Because the twins that I know, by the time they're like 7, if you're around them enough, you can tell them apart pretty easily. And then when one wants a different haircut or one typically wears red or something
Right.
like that, like really makes it easy. But when they're going out of their way at 43 to coordinate outfits and haircuts and everything, I can see how that can get a little unsettling.
These two twins I'm about to talk about. If you could pull up the video, Moon, so I could show everybody here in the studio. I'll make sure we push this out on the socials.
These two are playing it up, man.
Yeah, and I think it's funny. So
super funny. They're making a living out of it, man. Good for them.
Some guy apparently paid two quote unquote influencers on Cameo to tell his wife that he wants a divorce. The two that he paid.
We're one step away from the breakup gorilla, dude.
The two that he paid.
You're right.
Are identical twins. They go by the name the Voros twins.
They look different, by the way.
Voros.
So I mean, especially if they had different haircuts. Do you see what I'm saying? Like you can tell these guys apart.
You can tell
right?
them apart. I mean, they have slightly different. I mean, one's face is a little fatter than the others.
Is that it? Like,
but you could. You could tell they're identical twins.
Oh yeah, 100%. But yeah, the Voros twins.
The Voros twins. So this guy paid these two influencers.
Oh, terrible hair.
To tell his wife that he wants a divorce.
Terrible.
Like god awful cartoon man.
And the
hair.
thing is, you can see it on the other person and see that it's terrible and still stuck with it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what? This is what I want to do. They look like pencils. It's terrible.
So this is what the video sounds like.
Someone ordered a Cameo from us and said they want to get a divorce. What's up, Victoria? We just want to say that David loved you so much, but he doesn't love you anymore. And he wants to get a divorce. Separated.
Okay, so
God.
so before you jump on how awful this sounds, I think that's their thing. Something like their shirt.
Yeah, they're trying to be Island Boys.
Yeah, divorce.
Dumbass.
Okay, so
Devoro.
that's their thing.
Oh, I thought it was a play on their name, like Devoros.
I think it is.
Okay.
So their shirts and every video say does something.
There's something or other.
Wait, it might be a play on Deoosh.
Could be, Scott. Thank you.
All right.
This thing says it.
Love that.
Right, yeah.
Yes.
First one out of the gate, home run.
Yeah.
Friday. you
Do
guys.
another
Don't-
one
Yeah.
all
Done
day.
today, Scott.
Go into the weekend a king, a true king.
So the voice and all that kind of stuff. I think it's all a put on to be, somewhat obnoxious in this.
Yeah,
in this
Well,
way.
here it is again.
I like how this thing says
They're blippy.
They look like real life Beavis.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
it's
real.
true. It's true.
Someone ordered a Cameo from us and said they want to get a divorce. What's up, Victoria? We just want to say that David loved you so much, but he doesn't love you anymore. And he wants to get a divorce. Separated.
I would like to see these guys in the Island Boys fight to the death.
Yes. Only
But throw a tiger in the ring last minute, not tell them, and then have them all perish.
have them all perish.
Yeah, that is off-putting.
Those guys aren't even identical, dude. They're fraternal.
Oh,
Like one of them looks kind of different.
they
yeah.
are fraternal?
This
They
one
look different.
This one looks like he has like a completely different voice. You know what I mean?
Well-
Like, he kind of sounds like this, and this guy kind of sounds like this.
They're making a living doing this stuff, so
They got
can't
their
hate on that.
Figured it
Princess
out.
Di shorts with a long sleeve
Can't
sweater
on that.
on.
Oh, you can hate on it?
I guess.
That's your jealousy.
Good for them, man.
I don't know, man.
Hanging out with your bro all day.
Why? You got a
Doing
thing. They got a
muscle
thing.
things.
Would you if you had a Rafe Williams, if you had Ruff Williams or Rave Williams or your twin, would you do cameo comedy with them? And you both were funny?
Look at the Sklar brothers.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. So we're saying that's comedy?
Well, somebody's
Yeah,
paying
what the
for
hell
it.
is
Yeah.
this?
I mean, if people are laughing at it and having fun
Somebody's
with it,
paying for
it's
it.
comedy.
It's double mint gum. They're just ripping
Okay.
off the old commercials, you know?
How much for a cameo?
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. Let me look that up. Hang on.
Look up how much for a Voros twins cameo.
Oh, man. I'm trying too hard.
Well, whatever it is, apparently it's too much for Rafe. I know what we're getting for his birthday next year.
Hold on.
Okay,
Hey,
so
You guys are going to act like
90
this
bucks?
is good?
Cutting edge. Rafe.
You
These
guys
guys are
enjoy this?
wrestlers.
$90.
This is what it's $90. They're wrestlers too?
Yeah.
yeah.
They can do it all.
Maybe
That
they're
explains
so-
why they're so
What can't they do?
muscular.
pep talk, roast somebody, get advice, ask a question. promote
Oh, I'd
business
love a
or
pep
other.
talk. So $90 for a pep talk?
They could promote our business. Do you want them to make a show liner for us?
No, I just want a pep talk.
Okay.
I would love. Just say I'm down in the dumps.
Scotty R's down in the dumps. Need to lift him up.
Yes. Lift his
You're
spirits.
right, guys. They're good. They are good.
Thank you, Ray, for coming over to our show.
Yeah, I love it. It's really good and well
Something
done
tells
and
me
thought
you're
out.
being-
No, I think it's really well thought out, well
Something
written.
tells me you're being sarcastic.
No, I think fame for whatever the cost is worth it. And those guys, I'm not going to yuck their yum. They're out there kicking it, earning a
Wow,
living.
that's
Good
very
for them.
mature of you, Ray.
I know. I've grown a lot in the last 4 seconds.
That's very mature of you. Well, it's time for my Friday leftovers. So these are all stories that I didn't get to this week. If you need to borrow money, ask that friend who's always puffing on that vape. Did you hear about this? There's a decent chance they came into a lot of money.
Tina, we need to talk.
So the makers of Juul e-cigarettes settled a class action lawsuit a while back and agreed to pay $300 million in damages for not being honest in about how addictive and unsafe their product is. So payouts depend on how many vape pods you bought between 2015 and 2022 and whether you could prove it or not. But a lot of people were ordering them online back then, so they still had the receipts. So class action lawsuits are famous for their pathetic payouts. Sometimes you get a couple bucks. But this is not one of those. Vapors are freaking out on social media after getting Venmo transfers for thousands of dollars.
Right on.
So the lawsuit was settled back in 2022, so most people forgot about it until the payments started going out this week.
So you had to sign up previously for this?
Yeah, I guess so.
Damn.
It seems like most got a few $100 at best, but a couple people, they posted screenshots showing numbers like $3,000 and more. One person posted on Reddit after Juul Venmoed them $9,217. They had forgotten about it. So if you signed up for the suit, haven't gotten your payday, it might still be coming. They started sending money out last Friday, and it sounds like they're still not done. Some people who opted for the physical check or gift cards might get those payments later. They say to check your spam folder just in case. So if you bought Juul products but didn't sign up for the class action suit, sadly, you're out of luck. The deadline was February 5th. But if you don't vape and you're jealous of people who got this big payday, just remember, your chances of having a stroke tomorrow are far, far lower. So there's that.
Okay, well.
Yeah,
There's that.
it's a good point.
You know how I'm very wary about potlucks? Mm-hmm. And there's a good reason. I just don't know what your kitchen looks like.
Yeah. That's a very good reason.
I think this is why they put luck on there.
Yeah, absolutely. Because every time you go to a potluck, you're rolling the dice.
Yep.
I don't know what your kitchen looks like. I don't know your sanitary standards. I don't know whose hands were involved in making whatever you have brought to this potluck party. Oh, especially if there's kids involved. Oh, little Thatcher helped make this.
Right.
Oh, little Thatcher's in the corner with his finger up to the third knuckle in his nose. Oh, that Thatcher?
Yeah, these are booger cookies.
Oh, cool. Thatcher helped you make the Swedish meatballs? No thanks. No thanks. And now you hear stories like this. Headline: recent mass food poisoning linked to home cooking.
What?
Recent mass food poisoning incident linked to home cooking. There was an office party, and somebody in Maryland brought a dish from home. 46 people.
Went down.
46 people down.
Oh, boy.
46 people.
They narrowed it down to
A
what?
single person.
Oh, how cool do you feel?
A single person who brought in one dish.
Oh,
Do you fire that person, or how do you deal with that as a workplace, you know?
Please tell me we know the dish.
I do not know the dish.
I went straight for meatloaf or something like that. I don't know why. Yeah, that's
oh,
where
man,
my
I was
brain
thinking
went.
like some sort of casserole or something.
So this happened at a place in Jessup, Maryland. Nafco Wholesale Seafood Distributors. So according to investigators, the sickness is linked back to homemade food prepared by an employee. The county health department said the employee prepared food at his home over the weekend, ultimately serving the homemade food to fellow employees who became sick. All 46 people had to go to the hospital.
Wow.
46 people hospitalized from one dish.
And so they work for a seafood distributor,
They work for a seafood distributor.
which is bad enough, probably.
Yeah, it says it's a noodle dish.
Is that what they said? Seriously?
So whatever that is.
A noodle dish.
Linguine. Oh, no.
Oh, I couldn't find that. They really did say a noodle
it says
dish?
workers repeatedly became ill roughly an hour after eating a noodle
No.
dish.
Monday's mass food poisoning incident, which left 46 people seeking medical attention, was caused by homemade food prepared by an employee.
Man, that's
Damn
gonna
it,
be
Dale.
fun. Come back
Now,
to
the
work on Monday.
fact that it's at a seafood distributor, the company's like, yo, this ain't us.
Yo ho ho, this ain't us.
Like, we know 46 people in our facility got sick, but this ain't on us.
This ain't oysters today.
That was all Noodle Ned's fault.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Old Ned's going to bring in his famous noodle casserole.
Oh, Ned's Noodles. Here again.
What if it was like a shrimp linguine, though, for real? You know? What if it is their problem? Like he's like,
They want to make sure that you know it's not.
Okay.
So he's taking the fall for him. No, I wonder if the noodles were moving. Like, hey guys, look, the noodles move.
Yeah, they're just eels. Gross.
They said he made it over the weekend, brought it in Monday, like, hey, I made a linguine. Everybody grab a fork.
Oh, we love this. Yeah.
Oh, I love when Ned brings in food. Ned's a good cook. And now, bam, 46 people in the hospital.
So is there any understanding of where obviously his house, something he did, but what was that? Like, did he not
Don't
wash
know.
his hands? Was it a dirty
Don't know.
countertop?
Don't know.
Huh.
All they know is it came from this guy's kitchen. All 46 adults evaluated at the scene, transported to nearby hospital. So it wasn't even like we ate the food and went home. It's we ate the food and within an hour we were all sick.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Did he eat it?
Try it.
I'm
It's
asking.
good.
Real question.
You
right?
take a bite, Ned. Now I'm full
Oh, my
already.
stomach really does hurt too.
I mean, have you ever worked at a place where, I don't know, maybe you would suspect one or two cats of doing something like this? On
No,
purpose?
and here's how I do it. If I have to order, if I have to attend one of these parties and you have to bring a dish, I just eat my own thing.
Yeah, okay, I understand that, but wouldn't you? And this is not a very trusting thing.
I've done. Have we all done that?
Yeah.
Or are you trusting of other people?
I trust other
I trust
I love
other
a
people.
potluck. I'm not like you in this way. I love a potluck.
I will make something I love and just eat that.
yeah.
Let me ask this: if it was a standard practice that at a potluck, every dish had the name of the preparer before it, would you avoid a dish if you saw a particular name that you're like,
Oh,
I don't-
possibly,
I
yeah.
don't like that guy, or that guy's dirty.
Yeah. Actually, I think that should
Probably
be the
would
new
too.
law that
Yeah.
we get
You
a
have
little
to label.
Yeah,
yeah,
label.
yeah. Mary,
'Cause
and
then
take
you-
a picture in
Brian.
your kitchen where it's made.
Right.
Riz.
Jody's.
You got to have a
cookies.
little permit.
I would eat Jody's cookies.
Jody's cookies.
Yeah. Definitely. Anything Jody makes, I'm eating.
Yeah, me too, for sure.
Oh, Jody up front. I'm just
Yeah.
random. I'm just
she's
saying
so
a
nice
random
and
Jody.
sweet.
Well,
Jody's the best.
She's listening, so
I would eat Jody's cookies too.
yeah.
Okay.
Let's all eat Jody's cookies.
Here, let's list out
Yeah.
everybody in
And that's
Hubbard
not a
that we would
euphemism
eat
for
their
anything.
stuff.
Sarah's green bean casserole.
I'm steering clear. Steering clear.
That girl.
Just kidding. I don't. Is there a Sarah here?
There
Yeah.
is.
Hi,
There's
Sarah.
a Sarah here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. Hi, Sarah.
Marty's meatballs.
Steering clear. No thanks.
Randy's ravioli. I don't know.
Kioski's corn fritters.
I will eat those.
Those are all gone.
Those are bought at the store 2 hours before
Yes.
the party.
Probably at the smokehouse.
Yeah.
No, you need to know whose dish is whose.
I get
Wouldn't
I
that
have
be
a different situation. at
No,
potlucks.
I always I ask,
Who made
who's this?
Do you get offended if nobody's eating your dish that you bring?
Yeah, that's the thing. Your name is there, and now it's a popularity contest. Like nobody's eating my green bean casserole,
Right. Because
nobody
you're
trusts
smelly.
me or likes me, or yeah, because I stink.
Oh, Nobody touched my dip.
Yeah. Then you're hovering. Oh my God, nobody's eating my dip.
Yeah, Riz's ravioli.
I made a crab dip out of.
You go into the weekend depressed as hell.
If I were to guess, by the way, what got people sick, and people are speculating, it's probably tuna casserole.
Let's be real. It's that tuna.
Wait, what? There?
Yeah,
He said it was a noodle dish.
yeah. Aren't noodles and tuna casserole?
You can make tuna pasta. I do it all the time.
Tuna casserole. Oh, okay. You're talking about like the flat noodles? I thought
Like tuna helper.
I'm thinking that.
It could be like a tuna helper
Or
situation.
like an egg noodle.
Wait, it
Oh, okay.
was Monday though, right? And that's when fish is not.
Yeah, apparently. Apparently they go to the fishmongers on Tuesday.
They work at a fishmonger.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
so
right.
they're still getting-
Great point.
People
That's what they
showing
work.
It's
solidarity
not
with
the
Ned.
fish.
Nathan in the chat says, I stand with Ned. So, I mean, some people are just not afraid.
Dude, I'm a gambler, man. That sounds fun. I like risking it all,
And by the way, you don't want to bring in the cheddar bays and everybody. Those are not.
Hell yeah.
None are getting left.
Ancient
That's gotta be-
Rizzuto family secret.
Has to be something alliterative.
Cheddar Bay Boys.
It's Riz's ravioli.
Question
Learns linguine.
Chaz's cheddar bays. I don't know. This seems like a good idea that could then be twisted into something very bad. There is a Texas startup company named Throne, and they are making waves in medical circles after devising a camera that attaches to your toilet and photographs your poopy.
Finally, we're here.
I thought people got arrested for that.
Yeah,
had
they
this
normally
thought.
do.
This week I had this thought. Because if you've ever had intestinal issues or blood in your stool, you take a photo of it to show your doctor.
Do you?
Yep.
Yeah,
Is this cool?
Do you have a folder on your phone
I do.
that is
Poo folder.
that is just
And Dr.
bowel
Z,
movements?
when I have my physical, I go, are these turds cool? Like, what's up with this? She's like, yes, you're fine.
Oh,
Like,
you have actually done that?
yes.
You go in there and go, look what happened May 25th.
Yeah.
And
Have
look,
you
and
ever-
Should I be? Is this hemorrhoids? What is this?
I do not have a turd folder on my phone. No, I do not.
You guys have never had to talk to your doctor about blood in your stool? You're
Never.
lucky. Okay.
Never.
No, they usually talk to
Maybe,
me.
but it's usually just he takes my word for it.
Yeah, but then they're like, describe the color of the blood.
I've never. I've never.
I had the issue of where I thought it was blood, and then I was a young guy and realized that beets cause that. It
Sure.
looks like it's blood, so it's like, oh.
No, it's really a thing.
You've taken a picture of duty and shown it to a doctor,
I have.
and I'm
This surprise.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, this should
I'm not surprised
surprise
at all.
anybody.
Duties for doctors.
And it's
And then you have to immediately delete it off your phone because in the event that you are showing somebody like pictures of your pets or check out my new
That's
deck,
where I was wondering.
you actually, wait a minute, what is that?
The
Yeah, you
accidental
have to get
scroll
rid of it.
through with your little snake turd coming up out of the toilet, coiled up.
why I'm also imagining a photo shoot in Lauren's bathroom.
It's just
like
a
you set up
straight up-
lights.
Yeah,
No, you're
it's-
setting up lights.
Put a little flower next to it.
She's got a ring
I
light.
got the flash on. All is good.
There's a
She
camera.
poops through a ring light.
I do not poop through a ring
There's
light.
a camera on a tripod.
Can you imagine? Just the toilet seat is the ring light.
Oh, good idea.
yeah.
Invention, yo.
Well-
Neat. A nightlight too. It really
It's
works.
not a bad idea.
Hey, man, you just be glad that you've never had this
I've
experience.
never had to do it. Maybe
And trust, it's always hemorrhoids, internal.
maybe it's something that I'm gonna have to do at some point. But we all have cameras,
Yeah.
in our pockets. Have you shown a doctor a picture of your stool?
No, I don't think so. No, and I feel very blessed to not have.
I feel
been in
blessed that I have
Yeah,
not.
that's
Yeah,
nice.
listen,
And-
I've had some questionable bowel movements, and I just hope and pray that they go away.
Yeah,
I mean,
think a lot about
Normally they do.
it for about 60 seconds, and then I forget.
I understand maybe needing to do it on occasion. I can't.
Like once a decade.
I can't sign off on the installation of a camera into the toilet, being like, "This is how often I need to photograph my poop."
But maybe somebody's going through something.
Hey.
Maybe it's like a
Is the market that big?
This is the NFL
It's
toilet,
a niche
dude.
market, yes.
This is
Yes.
them with the hydration. They want to see
The
the,
hydration
coloring.
urinals.
How much mucus is in your bowel movement? We need to know.
Well,
This is
so
just more ways for Jeff Bezos to try to sell me something.
well, and that's a thing.
And I'm
Mike.
buying.
What are we doing with these pictures?
Scanning my poop to see what I eat.
I'm down. This is because here's the deal. Our gut health is the basis of literally our body health, right? So mental health, everything starts in the gut. So why would we not want this?
Well, you could sign up actually
Just
and
pictures.
get on the list to get this thing.
What is the link?
So the company's called Throne, and it uses this downward-facing camera that their words, securely captures video during each bathroom visit. So it's not even
Video.
It's not even just still pictures.
Oh, cool.
Hopefully it has a microphone.
Dude, there's a reason.
Yes.
There's a reason that your ass kills all the sunlight when you sit on a toilet. Nobody needs to see that. No one needs to see the delivery.
Guys, it says
Chuck Berry.
provides valuable insights into digestive health, nutrient absorption, as well as warning signs for various conditions like gastrointestinal bleeding.
Hey, you know those metal band logos that we were talking about? You know, with all the vines and you can't read them, and how that's like an art to reading them and writing them. Didn't we have somebody that could make that logo? They can make one, because in this article, it's the greatest metal band name of all time. Fecal Record. Here's why you want a fecal record.
Fecal record.
Yeah, can you imagine Fecal Record? And next up, your headliner, Fecal Record.
Opening up for Cannibal Corpse.
So the downward-facing camera simply clicks onto the toilet rim and snaps videos of, your duty. Afterward, a doctor-trained artificial intelligence analyzes your poopy and provides insight into users' daily digestive and hydration issues.
Thank you, Gianna. Gianna's a listener. She says, I work in a gastro office. Tons of people bring in pics of their poop.
Duty data.
I am normal.
Duty data.
Thank you.
Now, hold on. You said you had a poop folder.
That is the fictitious part of the fun that I was bringing to the radio program.
I feel like she's walking in.
Or you can go through my photos if you wish.
You can hide folders.
They said this is a literal crapshoot.
I also have a Tim Nudes folder. I mean, it's pretty cool.
Oh, nice. I'd like to see that.
All right.
They say on a larger scale, monitoring bowel movements can provide valuable insights into digestive health and nutrition absorption. As well as early warning signs for various conditions like gastro bleeding.
I'm looking at a picture of it. And you know what I don't like about it? Is the red light looking like HAL 9000 just staring up at you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So the camera's like under here,
Hello,
and
Dave.
It's got this little, hello, Dave. It's got this little protective thing for the lens. It's pointed down. But then on the side, it's got this just very menacing looking red light.
I know. The fact that also we're allowing now cameras into the toilet is just a little off-putting.
Yeah.
I know it's downward facing.
Yeah, but it's
my
older
gut,
fella.
My gut tells me, let's put a camera in the toilet. Sounds like a bad idea.
A little too invasive for you.
A little too invasive. I understand the medical benefits of it. Yes, it's going to use AI, and this company's like, well, we're only going to use the pictures, and they're going to be erased as soon as the AI analyzes everything.
Hey, the more you know, though, just in case you see this little red light thing and a little squared scoop kind of thing on the side of it, it's your next Airbnb.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, the red light's just to analyze your poop. Yeah, because you know what? Because I saw a story this week, Royal Caribbean passenger suing Royal Caribbean and its former crew member after nearly 1,000 people may have been victim to a hidden camera in a bathroom on board.
Oh, that's good for their gut health.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's for gut health.
What boat? I was just on there.
Let me see here. The Symphony of the Seas. Class action lawsuit filed on behalf of the passenger, Jane Doe, and all the situated passengers against Royal Caribbean cruise in the Southern District of Florida. According to the filing, a former stateroom attendant took photos of passengers while undressed and engaging in private activities. This happened during a February cruise on the Symphony of the Seas ship.
Oh, this is in a stateroom?
Yeah.
This
guy was putting cameras.
They hid something?
Hiding cameras in bathrooms. Now we're going to invite them in?
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Hey, just put this camera right in the toilet.
We're handing over all our other information. May as well.
I just hope it syncs up with any app you want, like dating apps or anything like that. Let people know how healthy you are.
Yeah. Healthy bowel movements for the last 2 weeks.
Maybe that's going to be a question that that potential dates are going to have. How have your bowel movements been? Well,
Show me
healthy.
Show me your
Let me see the
throne
report.
score.
Yep.
It'd be a credit score on your throne score. How's everything going? Everything's been solid
For the most part.
for the most part. Here is a new fear unlocked. A man is recovering from 3 diseases, all gotten from one single mosquito bite.
Oh, no.
The guy got bitten by one mosquito over the summer, and he got 3 different diseases, including one that hits close to home.
Wow.
He's recovering from. Let me see
Careful.
here. He's got West Nile.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
He's got where was the other one? He's got something called Eastern equine encephalitis,
What? He's a horse?
and he tested
Basically.
positive for St. Louis encephalitis.
Whoa, we have our own
Oh,
brand.
we have one?
We have our own disease, guys. I didn't even know it.
When did this happen?
It's apparently been a while.
Who started it?
Yes, St. Lunatics.
It
Yeah.
goes back to
You got bit by a St.
1933.
Lunatic. That's how you got it.
A St. Lunatic?
Yeah, if one of the St. Lunatics bit you, you got St. Louis encephalitis.
So this guy, poor guy, 55-year-old guy, he's from New Hampshire. He got bit by a mosquito, and he said he started getting sick, fell down his living room. They had to take him to the hospital. He was in a coma for 3 weeks. Family didn't think he'd pull through from one mosquito.
How do they know it's
Wow.
one mosquito?
Just one bite.
Yeah, the St. Louis encephalitis, which I didn't know was a thing.
Did he start asking people about their high school and then talk about
Yeah,
how
just
much
a lot
he
of
how,
craving for toast ravioli
Yeah.
will cure
he
this.
just talked about how much he hates all the things about downtown St. Louis, and then also talks about how it's the greatest city on the planet.
Yeah.
All of a sudden became a Cardinal fan.
Yeah, started wearing STL everything.
Here's how to make the Cardinals
St.
win.
Louis encephalitis, the majority of infections result in mild illness, including fever and headache. When infection is more severe, the person may experience headache, high fever, neck stiffness, stupor, Scott,
Hey.
disorientation, coma, tremors, occasional convulsions, spastic paralysis. Fatality ranges from 3 to 30%.
That's just the symptoms of Cardinal Nation.
The name of the virus goes back to 1933, when within 5 weeks in autumn, an encephalitis epidemic of explosive proportions broke out in the vicinity of St. Louis. So St. Louis City and neighboring St. Louis County. Over 1,000 cases were reported to the local health departments, and the newly constituted National Institutes of Health in the United States was I guess, appealed to for, I guess, like, hey, you got to name this thing. And it was an unknown virus. So they're like, St. Louis encephalitis. And here we go.
That was a nice
We got
oven.
our own disease, guys.
It's kind of neat.
Yeah. In other health news, would you say you're aging well, or is it all going downhill way too fast?
I think I'm aging okay. My face looks older than the rest of my body, I feel like.
Everybody stand up.
Okay.
Everybody stand up. Here we go. And if you're in your car, stand up too.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, because when you get to wherever you are, I want you to do this. This is an easy way for you to tell
Oh, no.
if you're going downhill as far as age goes.
All right.
Did we make a noise when we stood up? That was test 1.
Did a toot come out?
I heard one grunt. I don't know who it came from. It wasn't me.
Learn a stretching.
Yeah.
Now, a new Mayo Clinic study found standing on one leg
Yes.
is a pretty good indicator of how fast you're aging.
How long?
And if you struggle with it, then you might be officially old.
How long do we do it?
So they had people try to balance on one leg for 30 seconds.
I'm going to time it. Here we go.
Wait.
Oh.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Let me
Oh.
Easy there,
I'm excited.
poop folder. You're just right. You're ready to go to see if you're old or not.
I know.
So they had people try to balance on one leg for 30 seconds. And it wasn't a problem for most young people. But every decade you tack on, your ability to do it decreases by around 2 seconds. That's the average. Now they found the best predictor was how long people could do it while standing on their non-dominant leg.
Okay.
I feel like that one's easier.
So the leg you wouldn't kick a ball with.
Okay.
Okay.
If you cannot balance for at least 30 seconds without much trouble, you're okay.
You might be a redneck. Here we go.
I can
If you
see.
can't, or if you sway a lot, you're old.
Ready?
I can
Gentlemen?
I can imagine.
Now, if you could do it with your eyes closed, to sign you're even healthier.
Okay, here we
Let's stand on one leg, your non-dominant leg for 30 seconds, you are old.
Here we go.
All right, ready?
30 seconds timer
Get up,
starting
Riz.
now.
My girlfriend goes to a different high school.
Here we
Close
go.
your eyes. Oh, it's harder if you close your eyes.
Oh, we doing it now?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess we're
I'm
doing
up.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what. Are we starting?
But, huh? What a tournament. It's happening, guys. It's happening. So, all right, congratulations. And we say goodbye to Dennis Prodman. Good run, but alas,
Thank you for your service.
thank you for your service. Yep, that's it for that one. All right, today is October the 25th. Back in the day, 69 years ago, in 1955, the first microwave oven was sold by a company called Tapan. It cost $1,200, but it could cook bacon in 90 seconds.
Cool.
60 years ago, 1964, the Rolling Stones made their first appearance on The Ed Sullivan Show. Numerous complaint letters prompted Sullivan to promise they'd never appear on a show again, but of course they did the next year. 46 years ago, 1978, the original Halloween was released.
Scary.
33 years ago, 1991, rock promoter Bill Graham died in a helicopter crash while returning from a Huey Lewis concert in Northern California. Bill Graham built the Fillmore Theaters, produced the Live Aid concert, Amnesty International tour, the US Festival. He was responsible for the success of San Francisco artists like Santana and Janis Joplin, the Grateful Dead. 31 years ago, 1993, St. Louis's own Vincent Price died of lung cancer at the age of 82. He was considered the master of horror. Also did vocal tracks for Alice Cooper's Welcome to My Nightmare and Michael Jackson's Thriller. Him and 5 others killed from a lack of cabin pressure in the Learjet they were in. After flying on autopilot for 4 hours, it crashed in South Dakota. Where was he from? Was he from
Springfield.
Springfield.
Yeah. That's such a bummer.
22 years ago in 2002, Richard Harris died of Hodgkin's disease at the age of 72. He was most famous as Professor Dumbledore in the first 2 Harry Potter movies.
He's also the priest in Count of Monte Cristo. Great role for him.
That's Richard Harris. Let me see here. Oh, and 14 years ago in 2010, Taylor Swift puts out her 3rd record called Speak Now, featuring her hits Mine, The Story of Us, Back to December, and Mean.
Hey, Richard also played Marcus Aurelius in
The
in
Gladiator.
Gladiator, right?
That's right. That's right. And that's what happened back in the day. Boy, they're saying that new Gladiator movie, it's being screened already.
Good.
Amazing.
Oh, great.
It better be.
Lots of people looking forward to it.
Every review I've seen so far from the film festival screenings has been, it is
Oh man, that's great. to hear.
amazing.
Good. Look forward to that. When's that coming out? Next year? Or Christmas?
No, it should be within the next couple months.
As I Lay Dying fan, I got a lot of friends that are, and I was kind of going through the news headlines of the band over the last couple of weeks because like everybody's dropping like flies out of As I Lay Dying. So the drummer is the most recent one. Nick Pierce announced his departure from the band just 6 days after guitarist Ken Susi announced his own departure. So
Who's this?
this is the band As I Lay Dying.
Do
This
I know these guys?
This is Tim Lambesis. Remember, he was
oops.
jailed. For,
He was convicted for hiring a guy to murder his ex-wife.
Oh, okay.
That was
Yeah.
back in 2014.
Yeah, I didn't even know that they had a new lineup. I knew that HIPAA had left. They, back in the day, before Tim did what he did, they were awesome. We toured with them a ton. They
Super
were
fun guys.
Yeah, they're like
I
one of the most
couldn't tell you-
popular bands.
I couldn't tell you a song.
No, but they were one of the better live bands. They were, in this genre, they were a top dog, and for good reason. Tim was a great front man. They were a fantastic band, and like Scott said, they're some of the coolest guys. Except
That's
for,
who we'd hang
except
out
for Tim.
pretty much every night was that group.
Yeah, now
Best of luck.
Phil, the guitar player, is in Seosin now.
Okay.
Nick HIPAA is one of the maybe the nicest person on the planet. He left a while ago, and Josh, the bass player, he left long ago and started producing, and he's now the bass player in that one gal-fronted band that you love, Spirit Box.
Oh, yeah.
So this band hasn't been this band for some time anyway.
Well, it's interesting, though, because I guess it's just full of toxicity from, obviously, the lead singer, Tim, who he was convicted. He served like 2 years in jail. I was reading up on it this morning. Came out, apologized, did some interviews, tried to get the band back together, put out new music.
Yeah, I thought they came back. Isn't Jordan in the band still?
It's crazy. So I don't know who exactly is in the band. So as of recently, though, the drummer says, as of now, I'm no longer playing drums for As I Lay Dying. This is far from being the ending I anticipated, and I feel I need to distance myself from the band in an effort to retain my personal health and integrity. They had to just cancel their European tour. It was scheduled to kick off November 15th, and then they also have their 8th full-length album coming out on November 15th as well.
Whoa, what happened?
And everybody just dropped like flies out of this band. Wild. Anyway.
What the heck happened?
In other news, U2 have released Happiness, a previously unheard song off their upcoming How to Dismantle an Atomic Bomb 20th anniversary. Here's a little clip of it. I pretty much put this in here for Moon because you love U2.
Okay, this is
Happiness.
Happiness by U2. Oh, this is the whole track.
It's the whole track. You can skip if you'd like a little bit.
Let me fast forward a little bit.
Okay,
Stand
well, we
by.
do that.
Okay.
It was recorded during the session.
New U2. New old U2.
Yes.
Oh, it's like it was an unreleased track
Unreleased.
or it didn't belong
Unreleased.
on a record or something?
Yes.
How to dismantle an atomic bomb? What
20th anniversary.
song was
cow.
on that record? Like, what was the famous song from how?
Oh.
From,
It's a real uplifter, I think. Is that the not Vertigo? What's the shoot? When you say it, we all know.
Vertigo.
Vertigo.
It was Vertigo?
Okay, Vertigo.
Yeah,
was the big
Vertigo.
song.
Okay.
City of Blinding Lights was also a single off of that. But this song, so The Edge and Adam Clayton of U2 had to really convince Bono to release this and that it was worthy. Obviously it was not on the original release of that record. And so those two they were interviewed and talked about how they had to get Bono convinced to release it. So they have. So if you want to watch it or listen to it in its entirety, you can go to YouTube. And they will be releasing this 20th anniversary of that record on November 22nd. Bruce Springsteen's latest documentary that's out today, Road Diary, Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band, premieres on Hulu and Disney+. Here's a little bit of Bruce talking about the concept of Road Diary.
Okay.
Well, we've never done a film about being on tour. And so we'll just show the inner mechanics of how this gets done and see if that's interesting. So it was just a roll of the dice. And I'll do that with Tom sometimes. We'll just start to film something, and
this is from the
sometimes it
documentary?
works out
How
great, and
exciting.
sometimes, we'll put it away.
Listen, the film starts
awesome.
last January.
When the subject of the documentary is not shows no interest.
We'll see if this is interesting.
It was the concept. He's telling you about the concept. So this follows, if you're a Bruce Springsteen fan, you'll love it. It follows him for the last year and a half. Footage from the road. They put together how they put together a set list, how they interact with fans. John Landau, the band, the crew, everybody's involved in it.
Here's a doc you guys should watch, and I started watching yesterday. It's called The Comeback. It's about the 2004 Boston Red Sox. Who wound up actually beating the Cardinals and breaking the 86-year curse. Excellent documentary.
What is that on?
It's on Netflix.
Okay.
It is. Now, as a Yankee fan, they beat the Yankees and had an incredible comeback. As a Cardinal fan, they beat the Cardinals in the World Series. But to go back
Swept it.
20 years to see all that stuff is great. 10 out of 10. Highly recommend.
Cool. What about a documentary on the band Warrant? Would you have any interest in
Hell
that?
yeah.
Well, it's in the works.
Loved Warrant.
Guitarist Joey Allen has said, we've gotten through a lot of our archives, videotapes, pictures, things that the four of us have in our boxes in an attic. We've gotten them down, and we think we're going to try and catalog them into a documentary. He says, prepare for humor, because there's a ton of hilarious footage.
I'm ready to laugh.
From being on the road. So if you're a fan of Warrant, look for that. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland will honor November 1st's 30th anniversary of the release of Green Day's Dookie, as well as the 20th anniversary of American Idiot, released on September 24th in 2004. There's going to be artifacts, spotlights, photo ops, giveaways, all sorts of cool stuff for Green Day fans at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland. In record stores and streaming today, by the way, Green Day's American Idiot is the 20th anniversary, so you can get that. Atreyu's The Prononia Sessions, 311's Full Bloom, and Queen's first album, Queen One, gets an expanded remix. In TV news, Eric and Lyle Menendez, the two brothers convicted of murdering their parents, could be seeing some parole.
Well, it looks like they're getting out. I watched this whole thing yesterday. I actually watched the LADA give his press conference.
Yes. So they announced that he will ask a judge to free Eric and Lyle Menendez. The prosecutor is recommending resentencing for the siblings. The LA Superior Court judge resentences the brothers for manslaughter instead of first-degree murder, so they could be walking out of prison within the next couple of months.
So basically what he said was, and it was due to the documentary and the dramatization of the story.
Right.
He said his office got a lot of calls. He also said there may be new evidence that the father had sexually abused a boy band member back around this time. They said there's new evidence of the boys being molested by the dad. And he says that instead of life without parole, they'd be resentenced to, yes, he didn't deny that they murdered the parents. But he said that since they were under the age of 26, they would be eligible for parole. And they would go through the process of going in front of the parole board and then being released. So it's not, there is no, they didn't murder the parents.
Right.
It's, yeah, they murdered the parents, but they did it when they were under 26. And there were circumstances with the sexual abuse, and they'd be put in front of a parole board.
Kim Kardashian has also been speaking out on this. She released a statement on her Instagram story saying, quote, the Menendez brothers were granted a second chance at life and will wake up tomorrow finally eligible for a parole hearing. They could be released in as early as 6 months. And she ended her lengthy statement saying, I believe in the justice system's ability to evolve, and I'm grateful for a society where we can challenge decisions and seek justice. I immediately thought
Not everybody's thrilled about this, by the way.
Sure. Well, I think about Kim Kardashian on the last season of The Kardashians, went to go meet with Gypsy Rose Blanchard, the woman who hired her boyfriend to murder her mom, who was abusing her.
Here in Missouri.
And she was released. And Kim Kardashian went and met with her and wanted to get her take on the situation. And so I feel like that kind of helped a little bit.
Well, and
this.
one of the people I was listening to that's against them getting out, saying, yeah, there may have been sexual abuse, but the way they were murdered was so violent, was so horrific that it goes like these people should be, they're so violent that they should be kept in jail for life.
I mean, they've been in there for what, 35 years?
35 years.
Wait, 35? No, I thought they were convicted in 96. It happened in 89.
89.
They weren't arrested for a number of years, right?
This says 35 years. They have paid their debt to society after 35 years.
Okay, for some reason I thought it was...
The crime happened, but they were arrested, and they've been in jail. They were in jail waiting trial.
Oh, maybe that's it. I didn't know that.
So I don't know exactly how long they've been locked up for.
It's wild. But we'll find out more soon. If you're a fan of Friends, you might remember the episode where Rachel tries to make a traditional English trifle for Thanksgiving dessert. And you can recreate that concoction courtesy of HelloFresh. They're going to have a trifle kit that comes out on November 4th, costs $35. So if you're a Friends fan, you might want to look into that. Amazon released a new trailer for the Cruel Intentions series. I'm excited about this. You guys seen that movie back in the day?
Oh, yeah, that's...
so.
Sarah Michelle Gellar and...
Which one is that?
Selma Blair.
Selma Blair and Reese Witherspoon and Ryan Phillippe. Yeah.
I feel like I saw them all, and they all just kind of melded into one memory.
Oh, the soundtrack was so good on the Cruel Intentions movie, too. It's one of those... I love that whole movie. It's so weird and dark and fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's going to come out on November 21st if you're a Cruel Intentions fan, the new Amazon series. Moving into movie news, Timothée Chalamet has put his heart and soul into playing Bob Dylan. As you probably know, A Complete Unknown is covering Dylan's life from the 1960s. Here is some audio of Timothée Chalamet singing and talking about Bob Dylan.
Woody wants to hear something. You shy?
Not usually.
Come gather round, people, wherever you've roam.
He was writing music that was more blunt about things that were going on.
He's actually
Bob wouldn't let himself
He's
be
doing
boxed
everything.
in, which for me as a young artist is the most inspiring.
For the
Guitar.
times they are a-changing.
Guitar, harmonica, vocals, Timothy Chalamet.
Is there anything he can't?
The
do?
kid
the man
rules,
is
dude.
awesome.
I love
Is there
him.
anything he can't do?
A Complete Unknown will be in theaters for us on Christmas
And
Day.
there's going to be.
December
I saw
25th.
they greenlighted a Wonka 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't mind that. People,
I liked the first one.
Yeah, me too. And people really kind of pooed on
Did
it.
I didn't
they?
watch it.
Yeah, I know. I mean, maybe my kids don't like it.
I thought it was great.
I thought it was pretty cool. I thought it was clever, and they took some chances.
Oh, I wonder what I got in the tomatoes. Oh, my son, my buddy.
My buddy.
My son's my buddy. He saw Venom last night.
Oh, yeah, it's out today.
He said it was terrible.
Really? That sucks for Tom Hardy. In theaters today, Conclave with Ralph Fiennes and Stanley Tucci, and Venom: The Last Dance. Tom Hardy, Chiwetel Ejiofor, and Juno Temple are in that.
That got 36% in the tomatoes.
What did?
Wonka, not Wonka.
Venom.
Wonka got 82 overall, 91 on the popcorn meter.
Fantastic. I'll have to look at it. I want to see it. It looked cool.
good.
Yeah.
I thought it was good.
And finally, if you're looking for something more recent, USA Today put together a list of the 75 best horror movies of the century. And I have a top 10
Of this, so.
of this past century.
I couldn't tell you.
The what? The best songs?
The best,
Best horror
movies.
movies.
Oh, okay.
And there's a lot that we've seen on here. I could just give it to you if you'd like.
Yeah.
So number 10 from 2024, The Substance. Number 9, Black Swan.
The Ring.
Number 8,
Black
It Follows.
Swan. That's the one with Mila Kunis and Natalie Portman.
Yeah.
That's a horror
Was that
movie.
good?
I never saw it.
Yeah, apparently it's interesting. I watched it. It was one of those one and done.
Yeah,
you
it's
see
all
it
right.
once. That's whatever.
It was the ballerinas, right? The
Right.
dancing.
It was. Jeff saw one scene in it.
Oh no.
I'm sure. It's kind of.
Oh,
the
yeah.
scene that
Jeff
made
loved
it
the
famous.
kissing.
Oh, yeah, they
They
kissed
made
each
out.
other.
Was there more? Was that?
There was a.
I don't remember the lesbian scene.
There was a.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's there.
Number 8 is It Follows, which is kind of a weird movie with a weird synth soundtrack. The Babadook is number 7.
Babadook.
Number 6, Hereditary.
The Ring's not on there?
No,
I
it's
thought the
not.
Ring was awesome.
Yeah, but that's in the 90s.
No,
The
that
last
was 2000,
century.
I thought. 2001.
The Ring?
This is in the last.
Yeah, it would have been around 2000.
I saw it in 2003. And it couldn't have been that old.
It's not on the top 10.
2002.
Guys, number 6, Hereditary from 2018, which is a terrifying movie. Number 5, Get Out. Number 4, The Witch. Number 3, The Wailing. Never heard of that, but I will look into it. Number 2, 28 Days Later. And then number 1, another movie I'd not heard of, The Kill List from 2012.
Kill List.
Yeah, apparently it is.
Wailing and Kill List just went on my
Me too.
list.
The Ring was 02. I think that was in the 90s. Maybe because it was VHS.
He was talking about a VHS tape, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe to me it's just VHS I associate with the 90s.
I wanted to show the kids that, and I was explaining to them. I was like, "Oh yeah," and they watched this, and I was like, "Oh man, maybe it didn't age well." Just you know what I mean? While I was describing it, I thought I basically convinced myself, "Never mind, you're not going to like this."
I wonder if it would freak them out. You know, kids today, like a tape. If you watch a tape,
right,
you die. I don't know.
I don't know.
Freaked me out. I
don't
had
know
to
if they
sleep
can
with
jump.
my mom the night. Like my girlfriend and I, we went to go see it with our boyfriends, you know, in high school or whatever. And I was like, "Mom, I need to come in here." I was freaked out.
From The Ring,
From The Ring, yeah. That's a crap.
Celebrity celebrating a birthday today. Mia Wasikowska. That's Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland movie. She's 35. Sierra is 39. Katy Perry is 40. Craig Robinson, Daryl from The Office, is 53. Pedro Martinez, Hall of Fame pitcher who won 3 Cy Youngs and a World Series with the Red Sox.
Who was great in that documentary, by the way.
Pedro?
Yes.
He's 53. Michael Boatman, that's Julius from The Good Fight. You also may know him from Spin City. He's Carter from Spin City. You know this guy's face. He's in a lot of stuff. Michael Boatman is 60. Chad Smith from the RHCP Red Hot Chili Peppers drummer. He is 63. Nancy Cartwright, voice of
Bart Simpson.
That's right. She is 67. Glenn Tipton, Judas Priest guitar player who's battling Parkinson's, is 77. John Anderson, the Yes lead singer who matters, is what this thing says, is 80. And Marion Ross. Anybody know who that is? Marion
Mrs. C.
Ross. Mrs.
Cunningham.
C from Happy Days is freaking 96 years old today.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
All right, today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Jessica Love. And today's birthday girl's been in 87 fine films, including Casting Cuties 4. She was in Dirty Little Pigtails, Dr. Screw, European Wife Sluts, Scott's favorite, Inside My Panties 4, Pump Friction, Weapons of Mass Satisfaction. Moon's favorite, Wiener for the cleaner.
Yes, finally.
And who could forget her role in 2003's Let Me Taste It Too, Yummy.
Ew.
Jessica Love is 46 years old. That's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. Rafe's In Memoriam is next. You ever see your high school principal out and about?
Yeah, actually. Last year, I hosted a trivia night, and I sat at his table with him.
And was it cool?
It was. He's great.
No.
No, not for you?
No.
Not like when you were in school. Like when you were in school?
Oh.
Now, this dude was invisible. He was Spacely Sprocket. He looked just like a...
Really?
Oh, yeah. I mean, spitting image. And, I don't think anyone ever saw him out.
Oh, really?
So Dennis Patton was his name in high school at Columbia High School. And it's weird because I moved to Columbia in 8th grade, and I had moved from West Frankfort, and his family... The Pattons were from West Frankfort, so I actually knew his brother. My dad was like really good friends with his brother, and it was just an event, synchronicity of that family being in both places I've lived.
Yeah.
And,
Well, I can imagine being in a small town. You're bound to run into teachers. You're bound to run into principals. My dad was good friends with my high school principal.
That's neat.
Like outside of school and stuff like that. So it was weird.
You saw him drinking a beer one time?
Yeah.
Strange, right?
Yeah, strange.
Nothing like seeing a teacher. Even still, like last weekend, Tim's Circle of Concern Food Pantry was doing a trivia fundraiser, and I had a table, and I had invited my high school English teacher, Terry McGee, because we're friends. She's in her 70s. And, to be drinking a vodka tonic with my English teacher
I know,
is
it's
super
strange.
It's strange.
It's strange. And listen, we have friends that are teachers. And I'm sure their students would think it's weird to run into them at Schnucks.
For sure.
Headline. Video shows high school principal holding beer bong for underage students.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Now we're talking. That sounds like my principal.
Have you seen your principal out when you were...
Mr. Valerius's grandkids were my age, and he had a pool. So I saw him like poolside drinking beers while he was my principal.
You saw your principal with his shirt off and a bathing suit?
Dude.
Whoa.
Pounding beers. So, yeah. But I didn't care. If somebody had a pool, you're willing to look the other way on a lot of stuff. He was a cool guy.
Was he a cool guy?
Yeah. He was an old school principal. Like, he had like that mustache that was white, but had like the yellow where he would smoke cigarettes outside behind the school. Like had a little yellow tent right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a no-nonsense guy. But he was cool.
Yeah, my high school principal was cool, too. I was, my junior year in high school, I was not allowed to be in any assemblies for 6 months due to disrupting one once. Oh. And I had to go to, every time there was an assembly, I had to go sit in his office.
Dude,
Which was all right.
My old principal isn't even on the internet. I mean, I told you, invisible. This cat doesn't exist.
My high school principal, Vicky Walker.
He did not exist.
Maybe he did.
It was a ghost.
It's a figment of my imagination.
She was pretty cool. I would put my name on her door. I got away with a lot of stuff. She was cool. I never saw her outside of school though.
But you saw your high school principal in a bathing suit.
No, this was like my elementary, junior high. When you still were like scared of them, you know what I mean?
This guy in Kentucky, Taylor Mill, Scott High School's principal has been charged after police say they received video showing him holding a beer bong for 2 underage kids at a New Year's Eve party. Somebody knocked him out. Somebody had this video and was holding it.
For the right time.
For the right time. I bet you somebody got a bad grade on a test and they said, principal, I got this tape. If we don't change that grade.
Whoa.
Think
Life of
this
crime.
tape's going to go to the press. I don't know. I'm making a story up.
Little high school mafia.
I'm making a story up. But this guy, this 50-year-old Anthony Prosecchino was the principal of White Tower Elementary School at the time of the video. He could be seen holding up a beer bong as 2 students drank. The 2 kids were 16 and 17 years old. I guess last year, he wound up getting a promotion to be the high school principal. Not anymore. Now he's probably going to jail. Police said the parents of both kids have been contacted. Principal charged with 2 counts of aiding or assisting in serving minors alcohol. Yikes.
So they know for sure the liquid in the beer bong was in fact alcohol.
When the guy goes, woo, beer in the beer bong.
Drink the tank.
I mean, was he teaching them a lesson?
It was during a New Year's Eve party, yes. Teaching them a lesson, yes.
See, I'm sure something valuable is there.
This guy was principal at the elementary school for 10 years before becoming principal at the high school. Yikes. Cool principal.
Real cool.
A little too cool.
Yeah, if you really, listen, if you really want to get the kids engaged with school, maybe start drinking with them.
Maybe he forgot that the law passed where you can't be 18 anymore. You got to be 21, you know? Cognitive decline.
You know, we're worried about the kids not being excited about school anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you have the principals and the teachers starting to drink with them.
No.
No?
This isn't the way.
This is not the way, okay.
No online presence.
Still looking up your principal.
Yeah,
Ghost
dude.
principal.
Because I'm curious. I'm telling you, man.
What if he was a ghost principal?
I would not be surprised. I mean, he has no online, even his business. Like I'm seeing it right now. No photos, no info, nothing. Guy just vanished.
Look him up in the
for the
Vanished.
DEA.
look in the crime blotter. Is he?
Yeah. Was there?
No, man. I'm telling you, this is like squeaky clean.
Did he retire with full benefits? Like nothing bad happened, forcing him to retire.
Yeah, nothing bad. He runs a company. I'm telling you, like he was like the quintessential principal. Like he was just like, poof, looked the part, acted the part.
Yeah,
was that guy.
There was no personality.
I wouldn't say there was no personality, but the cool thing is did you guys have grade principals? Because we had he was the head principal.
Yeah, you had your assistant principals.
Yeah, and then we had each grade principal.
Each floor in the school had a principal.
Okay, each grade
first
for
floor
us,
principal, second floor
and then
principal.
they would follow us. And our grade principals were incredible. Like we had some of the greatest. I would say some of the great. I mean, that's technically an administration, right? It's an administrator role. We had some of the better administrators, I think.
Lindbergh High
around the area. Yeah, at that time, the principals were really, really. They were personalities. Every one of them, all very different, but they were really good for the students.
Do beer bongs with the principal?
No, there's one that I could imagine doing that, but I personally wasn't into the booze at high school.
Did you do a beer bong with your principal?
Nah, but Mr. V probably would have been cool with it if we were of age. Later, I mean, we were young kids. I got paddled a lot. We still did the paddling.
Yeah.
Next to the pool?
I had a couple real dingleberry principals. There were a couple cool ones, but it got to the point where we got a thing where you got a certain amount of demerits for whether disruptive or tardy or whatever, and then you got detention. If you had enough detentions in a month, you had to either take an in-school suspension or you had to take 3 SWATs.
Oh, I'd take the SWATs
all day, dude, because I'm getting them anyway. If I go home and if I'm suspended,
yeah,
I could hide the SWATs. You didn't have to say anything. You didn't have to ask your parents. They just did it.
Yeah.
But there's always like one kid who'd wuss out and take the suspension. But I just remember we'd get lined up, but it got to the point where the principal had to do. I guess the teachers stopped, and then the principal had to administer all. That was their answer. That was their answer. We'll have a singular paddler. Because some teachers took sadistic.
One paddler to rule them all.
Yeah. King of the paddles.
King of the paddles.
There were a couple dingleberry principals that I was going to get paddled by this dork.
Dude, the king of the paddlers.
Bring in Mr. Geiger. At least he had fun with it.
He gets, the school district pays for a gym membership. He's doing curls.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh. He's got 20-pound, 25-pound weights at his desk. He's just in his off time just doing curls.
Yeah, dude. He's like an arm wrestling champ. He's got that one big arm.
That's my paddling arm. That's right. All right, Rafe. I think it's time.
All right.
I think it's time for this week's E Memoriam.
An E Memoriam brought to you by the Inskip Law Firm. Your future, our priority. For those of you that don't know, the E Memoriam is much like the Oscars In Memoriam, where we say goodbye to people we lost this week, whether real RIPs, people we upset. Sometimes it's ourselves. Sometimes it's just things we talked about on the air. But whatever it is, we managed to piss somebody off and have them swear off our show every week. Or we have to say goodbye to people that we don't like. So, without further to-do,
let's get into it.
Let's get into it. First up, Trunk or Treat energy. Got a lot of emails about the Trunk or Treat this week. So we mourn something truly tragic, folks. The death of Rio Halloween. That's right. Trunk or Treat, the most hardcore night of the year, has now been held, hostage, sanitized, safety checked, and parked in the same Walgreens lot where you get your flu shot. Let's break this down, shall we?
Yeah.
The only universal lesson from our childhood was never take candy from strangers, and if it was coming out of a car, haul ass the other direction.
Great point.
And now, we gather children around SUVs, practically coaching them how to participate in their own goddamn abduction and calling it community building. Well, you know what builds a community, guys?
What?
The early administration of swamp justice as feral children creep in from the shadows to smash your pumpkins and egg your house because you had the goddamned audacity to hand out apples and toothbrushes for Halloween. Gone are the days when Halloween was a mission, an epic quest through unlit neighborhoods, dodging potholes and suspected pedophiles. What happened to the days when Halloween was a genuine adventure? You grab a pillowcase, you head out, prepared for a full tour of the neighborhood. It was like Vietnam, hazards and all. Broken porch light, tripwired sidewalks, haunted houses that were just regular houses with suspiciously low property values. You go door to door for full-size candy bars. You settle for circus peanuts. Sometimes, the underlying threat of possibly meeting your town's resident ghost or some dude who's working out his childhood trauma on Halloween night. You come home with a bag full of questionable treats and full-size candy bars, but goddammit, you felt like you earned them. And now we got minivans with cutout cardboard ghosts taped to hatchbacks, PTA moms dressed as Avengers handing out organic gummies while keeping a Bluetooth earbud in for work calls. Come on.
Don't like it.
I don't like it. None of us do. R.I.P. to Halloween's edge, y'all. There's no thrill in knowing every kid's wearing a reflective vest and getting a Safeway bought snack. It's become Halloween light. Got a parking lot full of sugared-up goblins circling SUVs and parents glancing at their watches like, let's wrap this up. It's bedtime at 8. The hell out of here, Linda. It's a bunch of PTA moms handing out bags of carrot sticks from their Honda CRVs while despondent dads drink IPAs out of a Yeti. F that. That ain't Halloween to me. Throw me in a haunted graveyard right now. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Next up, the Deftones.
Oh, what? No.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Riz openly admitted to hating the Deftones on air, and he ain't going to lie his way out of it. Because I found a journal entry.
What?
Yeah. He left his dream journal on his desk.
That's locked.
And I know you left it open, and legally, I could read it, I think.
Oh, no.
Don't sue me. I'm just going to read an entry that Riz wrote. I didn't write this. Scott Rizzuto wrote this.
Okay.
Dear Diary, had a tough day, LOL. I, Scott Daniel Rizzuto, being of sound mind and body, do hereby decree and declare my hatred for the Deftones. You started off strong. The band that somehow managed to make whining a genre. If you ever thought, hey, I want my music to be like a moody 15-year-old wrote it staring out the window of a car in the rain, well, congratulations, the Deftones are your jam. I'd like to be honest, Diary. Listening to the Deftones is like wading through the fog of vague sadness while someone in the background is trying to tune a guitar and gives up halfway through. Every song sounds like you're half asleep and thinking, should we actually try? Nah, let's just do whatever we want and call it atmospheric. Yeah, if your atmosphere is your head up your own ass in a hot topic that hasn't been updated since the early 2000s. Ha-ha, LOL. I don't know why you're laughing at your own jokes.
I can't believe I wrote all
I
this.
can't believe you said this.
Up until 2021, I honestly thought Chino Marino was when Dan Marino wears slacks from Old Navy.
Hell yeah. Approved.
And Chino Marino's vocals, Jesus Christ, does this guy ever hit a note like he means it? My God, Diary.
You leave him alone.
It's like he's caught somewhere between a whisper and a scream, but can't quite commit to either. Oh, and the lyrics. Let's not forget the poetry that reads like something you scrawled in a journal right before you dropped out of community college art school. It's all cryptic garbage like, I feel your shadow in the dark moon of my mind. What the hell are you talking about, Chino? You're not deep. You're not profound. You're just a band people listen to when they want to feel mysterious without actually being mysterious. Deftones are the Radiohead of new metal. Signed, Scott Daniel Rizzuto.
I can't believe it.
I can't believe you read that.
Bye-bye. I'm sorry I read
can't believe you read my
I can't
diary.
believe you wrote it. It was very bad.
All this time you said you loved the Deftones.
I know. This whole time he said he was a fan.
Well, I'm out and I'm proud.
Liar, liar, pants on fire. Next up, Maury Povich, the puppet master of human suffering. We did a deep dive into Maury's sick, twisted mind this week. It's time to say goodbye to Maury Povich, the undisputed king of daytime TV and also apparently a sadistic bastard who made a living off turning people's irrational fears into freaking circus acts. I mean, let's call it what it is. The guy didn't host a talk show. He ran a psychological torture chamber with commercial breaks. Every episode felt like a therapy session gone off the rails, except the therapist is laughing behind the desk holding a cue card that says, "More clowns, please." Maury was out here like, "Oh, you thought you were coming on to talk about your childhood trauma? Nah, baby boy. You're about to live it in 4D, live on TV. Hey, Sharon, I hear you have a crippling fear of cotton balls. Well, guess what? Instead of doing the reasonable thing, like, I don't know, not exploiting your trauma, here comes the cotton ball monster." And some intern would appear from backstage in a makeshift cotton suit. And don't look now, Sharon, but you're sitting on a cloud.
Don't go in that room.
Don't go in that room, Sharon. It's all cotton candy. Meanwhile, Maury's sitting there like a Sith Lord sipping from his mug as the chaos unfolds. You could practically see the glee in his eyes. Dance, puppets, dance. So R.I.P. Maury, you spent decades turning people's dysfunction into afternoon TV and never once blinked. You were the original emotional hitman. Just out here dishing out trauma like Oprah giving out cars. You get a phobia, you get a phobia, and you get a phobia. We'll miss the spectacle, but let's be real, man. You are a sadistic mastermind wrapped in a grandfatherly sweater. Maury, the results are in. You are the bastard. Bye-bye. Yeah. And finally, trendy diseases. That's right, folks. Gather around because it's time to say goodbye to those trendy TikTok-level diseases that had their moment in the sun. Because make way, bitches. Because a couple OG hoes are back in the club. That's right, scabies and scurvy are making a comeback, and the queens are ready for their glow-up. Let's talk about these old-school divas. First up, scurvy. That's right, she no longer just for pirates and sailors who couldn't find a lemon. She's strutting back in, making vegans and picky eaters rethink their life choices with the side of vitamin C deficiency. Your kombucha and trendy supplements can't save you now, honey. Look out for the gums, because she's coming at them like gingivitis. And once those gums start bleeding, you'll wish you hadn't ghosted the orange juice at breakfast. And don't forget her partner, who's back, scabies. She already got Joe Exotic. That's right. She got the Tiger King, bitch. And yeah, this crusty queen is ready to remind us what it's like to itch. We're talking about real deal body-crawling itchiness, the kind you get at the public pool. Not a little flare-up from using the wrong laundry detergent. No. Oh, you had a rash from your microdermabrasion treatment? Cute. But now get ready to make every inch of your body feel like it's hosting a flea market of tiny parasites. It's an itch you can't scratch, baby boy. So let's say goodbye to all those trendy new age problems that had their moment. Gluten intolerance, seasonal allergies, I only eat avocado toast syndrome. Y'all had your time, but the OGs are back, and these bitches survived centuries. Centuries! So step aside with your bougie immune system quirks, because scurvy and scabies are here to remind you what real problems feel like. So R.I.P. trendy diseases. You might be cool, but you ain't history book cool. These OG queens are here to stay. So they're going to scratch your crown and leave you scratching your head and your whole damn body. Bye-bye.
Scurvy.
Scurvy. And now the real R.I.Ps. Iron Maiden former frontman Paul Di'Anno passed away. Old school baseball player when they were still allowed to be built like regular guys. One of my heroes, Fernando Valenzuela. What a guy. That guy was still when the baseball players were built like your uncles.
We're gonna talk to Polo about him at 9 o'clock.
Yeah. And finally, a colleague, Jen Myers from Y98, lost her 8-year battle with breast cancer. Condolences to her fam and everyone over at Y98. And that concludes this week's MMA.
Thank you, Rafe.
Thank you.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. It was a long time to go on that music bed, actually. Didn't time out right. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back with your Friday fail stories.
Boy, this is a bad one.
All right, folks, time for your Friday fail stories. Hooray! So all these people thought they had the perfect plan, but my God, somewhere along the line that plan went completely sideways, and it became an Uber, an Ultra.
Yeah.
Oh, dare I say,
Don't you
mega.
dare.
Oh, yeah. We're all going to sing together, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. Okay.
Fail.
Thank you, guys. Friday Fail Story is sponsored by
Moritz Royce Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Rizzuto Show.
So what's the craziest thing you've done to rescue your phone? Maybe you've reached into a toilet, or maybe you've sorted through trash in a dumpster. This lady's got you beat. A 20-something-year-old woman in Australia, she was rock climbing earlier this month when she dropped her phone. It slipped down a crevice between the boulders. And she figured she might be able to squeeze herself through to retrieve it, but apparently she didn't consider an escape plan. So she got all the way inside to the point where you could only see her feet be between the rocks. And when she got stuck, she was upside down. She didn't have her phone to call for help. She couldn't move. Fortunately, she was not trekking alone, and her friends were able to figure out where she was. They made an emergency call. Crews got there. Not an easy fix. They had to have several boulders moved just to get access to her, including one that was over 1,000 pounds.
Oh, my
So she was
goodness.
stuck upside down between these two boulders.
It's like 72 hours with James Franco.
And even though they were, going to move the boulder, workers had to navigate around her feet. I mean, she was in a tight S-bend, which took an hour to get her just even unwedged from that. After 7 hours upside down in the rocks, she was finally freed.
Wow. Lucky.
And after all that, her phone was not recovered.
Failed.
There's a story, and I saw a video about this. A guy was doing some caving, and he got himself wedged head down in a cave system, and they could not get him out. And he wound up. You ever see that story?
Yes.
There's a diagram of him, too, the way he was wedged. And he wound up during the rescue, because it took over 2 days to try to get him out. He wound up having a heart attack.
Oh, my goodness.
Because he was upside down too long, and they wound up just sealing off the cave.
Whoa.
Yeah. You got to look up that story. It is a horrific way to die.
No thanks.
Wedged, and they could grab his feet. They tried ropes and everything. They just couldn't get him unwedged.
Gosh.
And he was upside down so long, he had a heart attack, and that was it. They sealed up the cave.
That's terrible.
Yeah. Good morning, everybody.
Hi.
Okay, so this is out of Miami. Your 12-year-old niece isn't the only one who would lie, cheat, and steal to see Taylor Swift. She's in New Orleans this weekend. Her U.S. the Eras Tour, it's winding
Still
down.
going.
I think it's New Orleans this week. It's Indianapolis next week. It goes to Canada, and that's it. It's over. So a 44-year-old guy in Florida got arrested last Friday for posing as a security guard to get into the Taylor Swift show near Miami. His name is Ivan Mariotti. Actual security guards called the police after they saw him down near the floor field area. So pretty good seats. He was in a suit with a badge around his neck. He told the cops he'd been hired by 4 women to escort them to the Eras Tour show. But he didn't have a ticket. Cops talked to the women who confirmed they did pay for him to drive them there, but they didn't hire him for security, and they did not know why he had a badge. He's listed as a, quote, rideshare driver in the police report, facing charges for impersonating a police officer and interfering with a sporting or entertainment event.
Failed.
A Zamboni driver in Quebec has been charged on suspicion of DUI after a low-speed crash at a hockey rink this week. There is video. The driver, 25 years old, was supposed to be cleaning the ice between 2 games. It's unclear what happened. He must have zonked out or something because he just drove the Zamboni straight into the boards.
Man, let it rip.
Witnesses called police, who came out. They administered a sobriety test. He apparently failed miserably because he was arrested and booked. Nobody was hurt, but the door onto the rink was damaged. It is crazy that you get a DUI for driving a Zamboni inside.
Right, that's where you want to be drunk driving, you know? Like,
Yeah,
because
and I thought that was what hockey
Was
kinda
all
goes
about.
hand in hand.
Yeah, I mean, that's a traffic violation. So if she's not in traffic, How do you get a traffic violation? It seems like if you're
Right.
going to crime somebody with it, it's a different crime.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Intoxication while on the job?
Yeah, you shouldn't be drunk at work.
Maybe it's a machinery, like a drunken machinery
Maybe
thing.
it's got wheels. If it's got wheels.
Yeah, but it's a traffic violation. Right? Isn't driving under the influence?
You aren't technically driving something.
I think it needs to be like a ZUI. I don't like that they're saying
Zamboning.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
A
right.
ZUI.
No, kids were not on the ice or anything like that. He
Right.
just crashed into the.
Essentially, that's just ice skating. You know, what? If I'm drunk and I'm on skates, what's that? You know, because I'm slamming into the boards then too.
SUI.
Skating while intoxicated? I don't know. A guy in South Florida accused of breaking into a cell phone store, smashing display cases, and stealing thousands in merchandise. So the entire incident caught on camera. The local sheriff's office said just after midnight this past Sunday, deputies arrived at a local cell phone store. At the scene, deputies reported seeing a broken window, shattered glass cover on the floor. When the sheriff's office got a hold of the surveillance video, deputies saw a guy break in the front window, smashing display cases, taking stuff inside. After the suspect fled the scene, cops were able to track him down to a house a couple blocks away. How'd they track him, you ask? Dude cut himself on some glass and trail of blood right from the back window right to the house.
Wow.
Inside the house, they found the suspect without a shirt on, of course, it's Florida, 19-year-old Aaron Sucramundo. He was arrested on grand theft and criminal mischief. Fail right there.
Fail.
I'll just leave like a trail of cell phones to your house. A trail of blood. Hey, there was a story many, many years ago where a guy broke into an apartment building, broke through a window, he climbed up on the fire escape, broke through a window, cut himself on the glass, bled out, went up suing
Crazy.
the guy who owned the apartment.
No way.
And I think maybe getting a settlement.
That's ridiculous.
I had a group of friends that worked with a guy that got caught robbing Dairy Queen where they all worked. And the story goes that he robbed this thing and left a trail of change. Like he took all the change and the trail like went to his car or went to his apartment.
No,
I
that was
forget
my
what it
buddy who robbed a pet store. And he stole the cash register and he left a trail of coins into the woods where it was.
That's ridiculous.
He had a heroin problem.
Same thing happened with these guys at the Rock Road Dairy Queen back in the 90s.
He had a drug problem.
Genius.
You really can't talk your way out of something like this. An idiot in Milwaukee drove drunk on Monday night, got on the highway going the wrong direction. Luckily, cops caught him right away. Nobody was hurt because he happened to pass a very, very high-profile vehicle. Right after he got on the highway, he passed Kamala Harris's motorcade. There is footage of his white car driving slowly on the left shoulder as her motorcade zips by. She had a police escort, and 2 cop cars immediately pulled him over. One report said he came within inches of causing a crash.
Whoa.
The police report says that a 55-year-old guy seemed extremely surprised when cops told him he almost hit the vice president's car. He didn't realize he was going the wrong direction because, he was hammered. In fact, didn't even remember getting on the highway. Facing charges for drunk driving and reckless endangerment.
Fail.
Man.
A couple more for you. A popular pizzeria in Germany was raided because it was delivering cocaine underneath pizza pies.
This ain't new.
Well, so this is a place in Dusseldorf, okay? And they have something on the menu called Pizza Number 40. Happened to be the best-selling pizza on the menu.
Dude, it smells so good.
That's not Parmesan.
So police had been keeping an eye on this place since food inspectors found cocaine in March in the place. Local police discovered that Pizza Number 40 was selling so well because it came with a baggie of Coke. Officials said that was new to them and surprised them because the owner had never been accused of drug crimes before. Upon further investigation, a drug gang was behind the whole operation. Members of the outfit and the pizzeria owner were arrested. Pizza Number 40 no longer available.
Dang it.
And restaurant shut down.
Fail.
To be honest, dude, this was one of my old drug dealers we ordered the Penguin, and it was a $200 pizza because it came with Pizza Hut delivery.
Yeah.
It came with an actual pizza, but also cocaine and marijuana.
Nice.
God bless her. She was full service. Thank you, Penguin.
A person trying to exterminate bees by taking a flamethrower to a bee's nest, almost burned down their house. So a bee's nest on the porch. Guy took a flamethrower, upstate New York. This is on Saturday. Fire department responded to the report of a structure fire just after 7 o'clock on Saturday. Arrived 3 minutes later to find smoke billowing from the house. Fire put out about a half hour later. Just call a freaking exterminator.
Failed.
And can you make money from the bees?
Not if they're underneath the, an over.
I think people would pay to take them.
I get it.
From your property because they're worth money.
The guy just want to get rid of the bees, okay?
All right.
Get out of here, bees.
Well, you got to use the flamethrower for something.
Good point.
Yeah.
That guy's been sitting on a flamethrower, probably getting an earful about why he bought it, and he finally felt like, see, honey? I told you it would come in handy.
Yeah.
And he
burned his house
down. And he burned his house down.
If you're dishonest enough, you could probably steal from any job, but this seems like you're just asking to get caught. A police officer in Tennessee was caught stealing from, get this, Crime Stoppers. The cop, Erica Hutchinson, reportedly stole more than $18,000 between August of last year through February of this year. The scheme was simple. Her job was to sort through the Crime Stopper database and send pertinent tips to investigators. Then with helpful tips, they qualified for rewards, she'd make sure the payment went through. But right before it did, Erica would switch the destination for the reward to her accomplice's bank account, and they would then split the stolen money. Now, it would be awesome if she was caught by a Crime Stoppers tip, but that wasn't the case. It was not hard to figure it out, though. Naturally, the tipster started notifying the authorities like, hey, where's our reward? For calling Crime Stoppers. And officials didn't have much trouble proving who was responsible because all the changes in the database are tracked. So they could see in the system that Erica had been rerouting the money to a different account. Pleaded guilty, sentenced to 6 months in prison, plus 2 years of supervised release. She has to pay $22,000 in restitution and has resigned.
Failed.
And finally, you've got to be a pretty sinful person to steal from a church. All right?
Yeah.
Especially if you're going to go on a spree to make it your thing. So a 20-year-old guy in Florida named Jeremy Lang has been arrested for 5 church robberies. 5 robberies over the past month. And it's possible he hit more than that. Now, he wasn't good enough to get away with it, but he did do his research. Police found internet searches on his phone like, quote, how to cut a shirt into a mask, quote, where do church keep money, and, quote, do churches have safes?
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Where do church keep money?
Yeah, where do church keep money?
Jeremy facing a handful of charges, including 5 church burglary charges, 5 criminal mischief charges, 3 larceny charges, 1 motor vehicle burglary charge. He's also facing charges of drug possession, obstructing justice, gun possession, and burglary tools possession.
Failed.
And those are your Friday fail stories. Again, before we get to emails, it's the which one is scarier game.
I love this game.
I'll give you 2 scenarios. You tell me which one of the scenarios is scarier to you. Which one is scarier, finding a spider in your bed or hearing a mysterious noise in your attic at 3 a.m.?
Spider in the bed.
Spider in the bed.
Spider on the bed? I don't know. I could always kill the spider.
Can you? Because it's dark.
I'm not super scared of spiders, so I'll go noise in the attic.
Yeah, I'm noise in the attic.
Yeah, noise in the attic is problematic. I'm going that route.
Noise in the attic is problematic.
It could be just the wind. I don't know.
Could be.
It's an animal in the attic or an animal in your bed.
Or a person in your attic.
Yeah, somebody in my bed.
Or a person in your bed. Cool.
Nobody wants to die.
Put that spider under a cup and go back to sleep. I'll be thinking about that noise all night long.
What's scarier, not being able to find your phone for hours or dropping your phone in the toilet?
Ooh.
My toilet?
Yes.
Have I been anywhere, or have I just lost it in my home? You know what I'm
I
saying?
need like the full
let's say
plot of this.
Could be typical day. I mean, like today.
Typical day.
Can't find your phone for hours.
I guess that's more scary.
Yeah, at least in the
Then you-
toilet, you know where it is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
And you
go.
get a new phone.
Less annoying. I'm burning 3 hours looking for that.
Yeah.
And then you're
Yeah, you-
mad. You're like mad at yourself because you
tell-
know you've been absent-minded.
telling Tina, can you call my phone?
Oh,
Can you call
the
me?
worst.
All right. Shh.
You have it on silent.
You have it on silent.
Damn it.
Scott, what's scarier?
I think the toilet.
Oh, your toilet's scarier.
But I do agree the time wasted would be annoying, so. But I'll stick with toilet.
All right, what's scarier? Having a first date that's totally silent or having a first date that never stops talking about themselves?
Totally silent.
What's worse?
What's worse? What's scarier? Which is scarier? Having a first date that's totally silent or having a first date that never stops talking about themselves?
I'm on the date to find out about you, so give me it. Go. Give me the 2-hour version of your life story. That's excellent.
Yeah.
I'm okay with silence, and I will put
I'm
you.
not.
I will also put you to the test. I'll be
You'll
pretty
scare the
quiet.
hell out of
I'll
you,
be
too.
pretty quiet too.
Oh, no.
See how do play this
Awkward
game.
silence is the scariest thing in the world to me.
Oh, dude, I love silence.
Oh no, not
Yeah.
not on a first date. It's
Well,
fine
yeah,
with
it's fine.
silence with two people who know each other.
Yeah, I get it.
We're on a first date. I sit down. I'm just looking at you.
So tell me about yourself.
Oh man,
I could play this game too, man.
whole interview
I'm
thing.
telling you, dude, I would play it.
Oh, God.
I would hate to be the waiter on that date.
I know.
That would be so painfully awkward. Definitely silence, dude.
Silence is way scarier.
Because at least if they're talking about themselves, even if it's off-putting, at least I know right out of the gate.
Yeah.
I'm one and done on this.
Yeah.
And I got a story, and I'm like logging things for my act. If it's just silence, then I feel the need to fill the space.
That's right.
You're giving me a job to do. That sucks.
But at least you're more interested. Because, I mean, I'm sure we would probably all just go interviewer role and go.
Oh, that's the worst.
So what? Well, yes, it's not desirable, but I'm just saying it's better than just getting
Dude.
blabbed on.
But if somebody sphinxed you, like you're asking questions and they're straight up just like Marine 1,000-yard staring you, you're like, oh, this person's going to kill me. You're going to think that person is going to murder you later.
All right, what's scarier? Showing up to an event and realized you're really underdressed, or showing up to an event realizing you're really overdressed?
Oh man, I hate being underdressed. If I'm overdressed, then that's a bit. You know what I'm saying? Like I wear a cocktail dress to a jeans event. Now I'm just, hello everybody, peacocking, you know. But if I show up in jeans and everybody else has a cocktail dress on, I feel like an idiot.
I think it's scarier being underdressed, personally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Both are
I'm
awkward.
going over.
Both are awkward, but one makes you look like a slob.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least underdressed, I'm being authentic. And I could play that off. I would hate to like show up
Looking good?
like in a tuxedo
Yeah.
or something, and like everybody else is like, or you come like dressed for a luau, and everybody's just in regular clothes, and you're just like, I got to be the luau guy all night. Like I don't want to do that.
I like that.
So overdressed is scarier.
Yeah, I would rather just be myself.
Scott?
Yeah, underdressed.
Underdressed for Scott.
Yeah.
Okay. What is scarier? Getting seated next to a screaming baby on a plane or sitting next to somebody with awful body odor?
Oh, body odor all
Body
the way.
Yeah.
Body odor. I've had both happen multiple times, and nothing was worse than that guy. I paid an extra $45 for this freaking, what do you call it, the emergency row?
Yeah, exit row.
And this guy behind me who didn't pay was like, oh, is that seat taken? I was like, no, but this isn't my plane. And he came up here, and this dude smelled so bad. God.
the best.
Body odor scarier.
I had somebody this week tell me a couple weeks ago they picked somebody up, 2 people, to go on a road trip. And one of the people that they picked up had intense body odor, and they were going on like a 3-hour road trip.
Oh, no.
And so they just had to sit like
Bummer.
and windows down, you know?
dude.
Oh,
Yeah. You can put headphones on. You can't put nose phones on.
Yeah.
Nope.
I had my boy. I picked up my friend Andy one time. I didn't throw his shoes out the window.
Oh.
He had like stinky feet.
good for you.
Like I go, hey man,
No, yeah.
throw them out the window. I mean, stop
Get
and
him outta
wash his
here.
feet. We stopped and got him new shoes. I'm like, we can't. This is a 3-hour trip. There ain't no way we're making this.
I'm going to assume that every shoe I see on the roads now are just smelly. That somebody got fed up and threw them out the window.
I hope
Airing
so.
them up on the wires.
Andy
And babies,
sneers.
you can forgive. You can headphone and forgive.
Yeah.
Some stinky
Well-
cat, like you can't forgive.
The Charlie XCX concert a few weeks ago, the guy next to me had god awful body odor, and it was already not fun. And it was like he was ruining the whole section. You know what I mean? He had that like spoiled milk mixed with
Nice.
when you leave your laundry in the washer too long. He had
Mildew
both
milk.
of those things like working together, just punching each nostril.
Mr. Mildew Milk.
Mildew
I've
milk.
had the international flight experience where I was stuck between these two fellas that were from Macedonia. They were big guys, and they were making fun of me the whole time because I was going to Kosovo, and they hate Kosovo for some reason.
Oh.
And they also smelled horrendous, and it was just the most pleasant, like 11 or 12-hour
started
flight
an
I've had.
international incident.
Yeah.
You got roasted.
Dude, it was great. In between
Like two
these two
smelly
jerks.
Macedonians. Only Scott. Would you rather? Oh, I'm sorry. Which one is scarier? Realizing you've been talking with food in your teeth for hours, or realizing your zipper's been down for hours? Which is scarier?
Food.
I'd say zipper. I feel like I always got like a piece of pepper or something in between a tooth anyway, so this is just normal me. Zipper down for me.
Food and teeth for me. At least with the zipper,
Maybe they didn't
maybe
see
they
it.
didn't see it.
They definitely saw like the spinach.
Yeah. That's so embarrassing.
What's the choice?
And if you're talking, they're looking right at you.
Realizing you've been talking with food in your teeth for hours, or realizing your zipper's been down for hours?
Oh, teeth is far worse. A zipper is a thing. Listen, first of all, if either of those things happen, I just do a little tallying of any friends, supposed friends
That's right.
that I've engaged with,
Yep.
and
Me
I
too.
cut them out of my life.
Right.
Too.
Because you're not my friend.
Politely tell people, hey, you got something in your teeth.
Yeah,
Love you.
You don't even need to whisper it. Like, oh, I got something in my teeth. It's a human thing. It happens. Thank you for telling me before I embarrass myself in front of someone else.
People get awkward about that. They don't want to say anything.
You're my friend,
Right.
and now you're not.
We're in this together, guys.
Yeah, if you didn't tell me, or you
Be
saw
a
my
good neighbor.
or if you saw my zipper down and you didn't tell me, I just assume that you're trying to get me embarrassed.
Remember that time you told me I had a nose hair on my like sticking out,
That's
and then
good.
you told everybody at Hot Shots?
Well, that was funny,
Well,
but I told you,
You did, yes.
a friend is a friend. You
Yes,
know what I mean?
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, which is scarier? Finding out your partner has a secret child, or finding out your partner's been paying for an ex's bills behind your back?
obviously the child. Like, I mean,
But is it that cut and dry?
yeah, I mean, the bills can be stopped. The child is forever.
Oh, the child could be stopped too.
No, what? No.
Stop the children.
Stop the children. Hashtag stop the children.
Dude, for sure the child is.
Yeah, for sure, the child.
What are you, crazy?
Yeah.
The other one's like, oh, you have a good heart. You're making a dumb decision based on a good heart. The other one is like, you've been lying about what?
Okay. All right. Hey, let's go to the phones on the Mexican hotline. All the way from Los Angeles, our buddy Polo Asensio.
On the 1-800 arriba.
The Mexican hotline.
Yeah, well, we have a special hotline dedicated to our
Thank
Mexican
you.
friends. So
La línea caliente de Mexico. Speaking of caliente, how you doing, Lauren?
I'm good. So good. I miss you so much. How are you?
Oh, well, you know, we're good. I'm good. 7 in the morning for a beautiful Friday here in Santa Barbara, California. So that's about it's about 2 hours north of LA. So, you know, I don't want you to think that I live in LA, like downtown LA, dirty, you know, the streets, all that. No. I live in beautiful.
Polo lives on the streets in LA.
You live in Santa Barbara?
That's where I live, Lauren. Yeah,
Dude,
that's what you're missing.
Polo. That's
almost 30 years now.
I've been telling everyone you lived on Skid Row, and now I feel bad.
It's Friday here, too, by the way.
It is Friday here, too,
Yeah,
yes.
I just wasn't sure if you knew.
It's Friday in St. Louis
hey.
and Santa Barbara.
Good to know. Yeah, no, gets sick, gets injured. Tommy Lasorda goes to the second guy, Bert Hutton. And Bert Hutton said, you know what? No, I'm not ready today. I am ready to go tomorrow. You cannot use me today. Well, as they say, if you want something done right, get the Mexican. So Tommy Lasorda went to Fernando and said, hey, Fernando, I need somebody to help me out here. Y Fernando's like, ¿qué? No entiendo. So they had to go get the translator. Say, hey, we need you to pitch today. No problem. Well, no problem. Turned into a shout-out complete game of the Houston Astros. And not only that, but he started his career 8 wins, 0 losses, 0.5 ERA at 20 years old.
So he won. And his first season, he won the Cy Young and Rookie of the Year.
Wow.
Cy Young, Rookie of the Year, and Game 3 of the World Series 43 years ago against the Yankees. All right? For those who like baseball and who know baseball, tell me when was the last time, Riz, that you heard somebody pitch 149 pitches or made 149 pitches in one game. The guy walked 7. He allowed 9 hits and still beat the Yankees. The Reggie Jackson, Dave Winfield, and all those crazy guys, Yankees. After the Yankees won the first 2 games in New York, Fernando and the Dodgers won Game 3, and then 4, and then 5, and they won the World Series in six games. But that was 43 years ago, and that's how the legend of Fernando started, right? The baseball part of the legend started. His career was over 10 years, and his last team in 1997 happened to be the St. Louis Cardinals.
That's right.
And what he did for people that sound like me, that look like me, and that talk like me with a little accent or whatever, a lot of kids, even in St. Louis, that had no real heroes to look up to. Yeah, you have your families, you have your parents, but when you're looking for a hero, and all of a sudden this hero that doesn't look like Superman or Batman or any of those guys comes up to be, he gave Latinos and especially Mexicans an identity, I think, and that identity I carry it proudly, and I love the man. I mean, he told me many times, Polo, we're not friends. We're not friends. We just know who we are, but we had a relationship in my heart of over 40 years, and in reality, it was about 15 years that I had to call my hero, my idol, my icon, a friend. And to have the Yankees and the Dodgers be in the World Series this year after just 3 days that he passed away, and I knew he was ill. For a few weeks.
He had stepped away from the broadcast booth because of a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, he did.
And I did play this the day after he passed away. This is Vin Scully with the final call of his no-hitter against the Cardinals back in 1990. Listen to this.
The strike 1 pitch to Pedro Guerrero. Swung on and missed. And the crowd now with more emotion following every pitch. Fernando ready, and the strike 2 pitch is hit back to the box, dribbling to second. Samuel on the bag, throws to first, double play. Fernando Valenzuela has pitched a no-hitter at 10:17 in the evening of June the 29th, 1990. If you have a sombrero, throw it to the sky.
That give you chills, Polo?
You know, as you guys know, I've heard that many times, not just in the last few days, but throughout my life, and it does. Like there's calls. If it's Vin Scully calling Fernando, if it's Joe Buck, Jack Buck calling, Ozzie Smith go crazy, folks go crazy. Like those calls live forever. And when somebody like me, like you, Riz, and I know everybody follows baseball in St. Louis, but there's people that we follow it with a passion.
Yeah,
it does give me goosebumps, man. And I know it's not about me; it's about the Yankees, it's about the Dodgers. But then again, it's always about Polo. How lucky are we? How lucky am I to have been part of the Dodgers and grow up a Dodger fan, and now have a chance to work with the Cardinals? Two of the greatest and classiest organizations in the world when we talk about sports. I mean, seriously, like this few days have been very, very emotional for me. And today is going to be very emotional. Just driving up Dodger Stadium today is the first day, Riz, amigos, that it's a World Series, right? Like every World Series, I get really excited. I don't care who plays. I don't care because this is the ultimate. every time the World Series ends and there's a champion, I cry. Why? Because I want that, learn. I want that for me, and sadly, I haven't had it. I haven't had my team win, and a lot of people give me little jabs here and there about the Dodgers, and you're not a Dodger, you're not a Cardinal, you're this, you're that, or you're the Cardinals now, you're the Dodgers now, but this one, I mean, for selfish reasons, I really want the Dodgers to win it. I
want the Yankees to win, okay?
What?
For selfish reasons.
I know you do. It's going to be fun, man. I mean, this stadium, 55,000 when they shoved everybody in there. And as you probably heard in the news, the tickets, the cheapest ticket to get into this World Series, at least in LA, I haven't looked in New York, but I'm pretty sure it's about the same thing. Yeah, it's $1,000, at least $1,000.
Yeah, we're talking Taylor Swift level tickets.
But again, this is the cheapest ticket. With Taylor Swift, I think with $1,000 you get on the field. I mean, on the whatever it is, the floor. But right here, you're talking about last row, last seat, right next to the seagulls, right next to the vultures and the wherever crazy animals up on top. $1,000. $1,000, and guess what?
What?
It's gonna be a sellout every single game. Why? Because once everybody got eliminated, and you had the Guardians and the Mets, unless you were a Mets or a Guardians fan, you didn't want to see this. Even Boston Red Sox fans, they say no, we don't care. They care because it's the Yankees, it's the Dodgers. It's Shohei, it's Soto,
well, is this
it's
the
Judge.
11th? Is this the 11th or 12th time in the World Series?
12th time.
12th time.
12 times. Yeah.
And the Yankees have had their number. The Yankees have had their number.
8 out of 11. But the most recent, again, 1981, Dodgers, Tommy Lasorda, Fernando Valenzuela beating Billy Martin and those crazy Yankees. And it's gonna be wild, man. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be, again, I'm not scared to get into the stadium, but I know the emotions are gonna be flowing from the minute I drive up Vince Scully way. But it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be fun. And if you're a baseball fan, tune in to Fox or listen on ESPN with our friends on 101 ESPN, and you will hear it. You will feel the emotion. Not only because of what I said of Fernando, but because it's the Yankees and the Dodgers. Like, those two franchises, like, go hand to hand. I understand, and I know this, that the Cardinals have more World Series than the Dodgers, but it's the West Coast against the East Coast. You know, it's the beach against the big buildings, and it's gonna be fun. I'm excited. I'm ready for this.
I can hear it, Paul.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool, and it's gonna be fun to go see a lot of my friends. And hey, if you want the Cardinals connection, well, the Yankees, their new Mariano Rivera looks nothing like Mariano Rivera, but Luke Weaver, Riz.
Yeah,
talk to me about Luke Weaver. This kid that the Cardinals drafted, they traded him to Arizona when they got Paul Goldschmidt.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, 8 years later. For those who, he was with us. 8 years later, he turns into the next Mariano Rivera.
Well, this seems to be a thing with, like a Rosarina last year got the World Series MVP. So
it was Randy in 2020 got the NLCS MVP. Last year, it was Adolis Garcia getting also the ALCS MVP. This year, Tommy Edman, little Tommy Edman, the guy that was never going to get healthy. He got healthy, and oh my God, he is having so much fun in LA. I think that was the right move for Tommy and also for the Cardinals, to be honest, because this team, the Dodgers, they are ready to go somewhere. I mean, they are in the World Series, but they needed somebody like Tommy. They had the big boppers, they have the Freemans. They had the Otanis. They had the Mookie Betts. They even have, kind of good pitching, but they needed somebody, the spark plug, La Bujia, the La Bestia, the Beast, Tommy Edman. And like I said, I was talking to Tommy's mom and dad at the stands right before he hit the home run on Game 6. and they're so happy. They're happy for Tommy. They're happy because they live in San Diego. All they have to do now is drive up to LA and go to the games. And then on the other side, dude, Jack Flaherty, a kid that grew up a Dodger fan. He grew up about 45 minutes from Dodger Stadium. He actually went to many Dodger games. He actually pitched at Dodger Stadium when he was in high school for the championship for his Westlake High School. And now, not only he pitched this season with them, where he got traded from Detroit, he pitched in the NLCS. At home, he went well. In New York, it was not that well, that good. But he gets to pitch tonight, Game one. That's going to be there's a lot of stories. And again, you have Judge looking for his first World Championship with the Yankees. You have Soto, the guy who's going to be a free agent at the end of the season, who won the World Series with the Nationals when he was 19, 20 years old. You have Aaron Boone against Dave Roberts, a Yankee against a former Red Sox, now as managers. All the ingredients are there to be a great World Series because these two teams were primed. They were built to be in the World Series, and those two teams are in the World Series. I really hope it's a 7-game series. It's an exciting series. And at the end, if you ask me, who do you want to win? Yes, I want the Dodgers to win.
Yankees in 6. I'm calling it right now.
Polo, I have an announcement that I'd like to make on the air. I'm throwing my full weight and mojo behind the Dodgers for you.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Thank you.
I'm willing to do that in this room, not just for you, but for Fernando, who not only was an inspiration to Mexican children, but for portly men everywhere. He was still built like the old school refrigerator. When you're, the old school guys, when they could have a beer belly and still hang around and throw a no-hitter. So, as a portly man, he was an inspiration to me as well.
Thank you.
So you got Yankees in 6. I have Dodgers in 5. What's your prediction?
Oh, wow.
Polo?
Prediction, Polo.
Okay. I talked to Riz about this yesterday, and it's crazy. My prediction is Dodgers in 6, right? So Dodgers in 6. If this goes to Game 6 and the Dodgers win Game 6, it's November 1st, right? And we know November 1st, November 2nd in Mexico, that is the Day of the Dead.
Yes.
That's when we celebrate those who have departed before us. And you can see The Book of Life, one of my favorite movies. And if you want to cry a little bit, watch Coco.
Oh,
you will
it's the
cry.
best.
I promise. Yes, I promise. So if the Dodgers win in 6, that's November 1st. Fernando Valenzuela was born November 1st, 1960.
What?
So if that happens that day, I know it's a coincidence or whatever you want to call it, but look, just saying it and thinking about it again, it's going to be insane. It's going to be insane. But I'm really curious, guys. Learn.
What?
What's your prediction?
Polo?
The Yankees are the ones in dark blue because it's not black.
Right.
It's really, really dark blue with stripes. The Dodgers are the ones in blue.
Yes. Listen, hey, I love LA. I'm a California girl through and through. I got you all the way. LA Dodgers winning the World Series 2024. Let's
How many
freaking
games?
go.
How many games?
How many games?
In Dodgers in
6.
Dodgers in 6 on Fernando's birthday. All right.
Yes.
You heard it here.
Hey,
Scott.
I hope.
Wait, King Scott's a Dodger fan too.
Yes,
yes,
huge
yes.
Dodger fan. I love them, and they're going to sweep the Yankees. Yankees are nothing.
Okay.
Sweep at 4.
Dodgers
I got
Oh,
Yankees in 6. Everybody else has got the Dodgers.
Let's freaking
Polo,
go.
listen.
Party in Santa Barbara when the Dodgers win. Riz can't come. Let's go.
I know it's going to be emotional for you. I hope you enjoy the game today. And let's be in touch. It's great hearing your voice.
Yeah, no, it's going to be great. It's great to be back with you guys. I mean, not that I go anywhere. No. I listen to you, as you guys know, often. I'm here. I'm here for whenever. Hey, and when the World Series ends, if it's Yankees, it's Dodgers, let's recap it again.
We'll chat. And tell Bianca we said hi to.
Yeah, say what's up.
Hey, I will. She's happy because, she got in a little accident like a month ago. But now she's okay. She got a new car out of it, so she's happy. Yeah, and as true Bianca fashion, he's going to be in Disneyland tonight and tomorrow because she wants to be distracted from the game of baseball. That's why she's going to Disneyland. Because, hey, she couldn't afford a ticket to go to Dodger Stadium, and her dad is not going to spend $1,000 on a ticket for Dodger Stadium. And so she decided, you know what? With those $1,000, I'm just going to buy my season pass for Disneyland. So she's going to be saying hi to Mickey and Minnie, and I'll be saying hi to the Dodgers and the Yankees. So thank you again, guys.
We love you, Polo.
Hey, thank you. I love you guys.
We'll
Have a great one.
talk to you soon after the World Series ends. The great Polo Asensio.
Muy caliente.
Muy caliente. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll get to some emails, quick sports report, and wrap up the show. It's 9:20 program. So, yeah, Polo, man, is always shot out of a cannon, that dude.
I know. He's the best.
He just goes and goes and goes and goes. He's great, though, and he's so passionate about baseball, too.
Yeah, he gets me excited. And I'm not a sports fan at all, but listening to him gets me jacked for whatever sport he's talking about.
Yeah, World Series game number 1 tonight. I guess is it on Fox? I guess it's a Fox thing. We got some guests here in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
Scott, do you want to introduce your pals here?
Yes, this is the Perez family.
Oh, the
Quad
Perez
Squad,
family,
I guess.
yeah.
Right on. What we call him. But yeah, Alex is a good buddy of mine and his son.
Alex and Anne Marie over there?
Yeah, Anne Marie's on, and these two are absolutely incredible kids, and he's been intrigued with this job over here.
Oh, you want to
at
be on the
radio,
radio,
and
Alex?
You want to see it all?
Yeah, sure.
Well, you're on the radio right now.
Yes.
You are on the radio.
What do you want to say to St.
4
Louis?
bazillion people are listening to you right now, Alex.
What should people know as it's a Friday? So, like, what should people in St. Louis know today,
Well,
Alex?
first off, how old are you?
I'm 10.
10 years old. Nice.
5th grade.
5th grade. What school do you go to?
St. Ambrose.
St. Ambrose.
Yep. Incredible
That's by my
athlete.
house. Right? Isn't that by my house?
No. Yeah.
Where is it? Oh, no, that's not by my house.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Okay, well, never mind.
Forget that, Alex.
That's
Forget
Yours
I
is
said that,
Ambrose,
Alex.
not St. Ambrose.
5th grade, we were talking off air. You said gym is your favorite subject.
Yeah.
Why do you love it so much?
I like playing sports.
Heck yes.
What's your favorite?
I like football.
Cool.
Do you have a favorite football team?
Miami Heat.
Oh.
Okay. Well,
That's basketball. That's okay.
Basketball's fine.
Dolphins, right?
Dolphins.
The Dolphins.
Yeah, we knew what you meant.
That's fine. We'll just edit that out.
We do that all the time.
What about you, Anne Marie? What school do you go to? Same thing?
Yeah.
Okay, what grade are you in?
Second.
2nd grade. What do you guys want to be when you get older?
I want to be a cheerleader.
Cheerleader,
Cool.
okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
For the Miami Dolphins.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
What
that
about
would
you,
be
Alex?
fun.
What do you want to be when you get older?
Football player.
Football player.
You guys could be the same team.
Fun fact, her cousin was a Miami Dolphins cheerleader in Miami.
Oh, really?
Oh, you have a cousin who's
Yeah,
a
okay.
cheerleader for the Dolphins.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, it's good to have you guys here in the studio. If you
Yes.
have any questions, ask Rafe. I know he's scary.
That's your Uncle Rafe
He's
right
scary
there.
looking, but he's a very nice guy.
Yeah, you guys ever listen to Freak of the Week?
No, stop
No.
it. Stop it. We do have some emails to get to, so people write us all the time. RizShow1057thepoint.com. They ask for our opinions on things. They have problems. Sometimes we're going to help them out.
And you guys are going to help, okay? We need your advice for these emails
Yes.
as well.
Yes, go ahead, Moon.
Okay, well, let's see. I'm
Something
editing.
for the kids.
I'm
too.
editing on the fly. Let's see. Email is brought to you by Claus Furniture. Lowest prices guaranteed. We
She's
have
in
something.
2nd grade. She's fun.
Yeah, we have something for everybody. Okay, I'll just start with entertainment reviews. We'll start here. I got to make a couple changes. Hey, Riz Show. I'm a huge fan and listen every day. A little while back, you guys were talking about scary theme songs from movies or TV shows. One TV intro that always gave me the creeps was from a series called The Hitchhiker. Now, I brought it up right here, Riz, so you don't have to frantically go looking over there. This was an HBO show, apparently.
Oh.
So let me finish the email, and then we'll. I can start playing it right here. Let's see.
You guys like scary movies?
Kind of.
Yeah, okay.
Probably not allowed
I
to
know,
watch
I got
them
to-
yet.
No, I'm 46 years old and I hate scary movies.
Now, this guy says that it aired on USA, but this says it's an HBO thing. He said it was on the 80s. It's eerie, but kind of BA at the same time.
Should I
Thanks
pl-
for the laughs and take care.
Should I play it?
Yeah, play it. Is this scary to you guys? Is this scary music?
No.
It's kind of nice.
Now I got to stop being a wimp. This ain't scary.
What was this show about?
A hitchhiker.
Yeah, but how many seasons can we get out of
Rafe,
that?
do you know the show?
I do. It is a scary theme song.
Get on the mic there, Rafe.
I believe it's a young, what's that guy's name? Aiden something. Who's that?
He looks
Aidan
familiar,
Quinn.
but he just
I
looks
think
like
that
every.
might be a young Aiden Quinn.
I love that shot right
It was re-aired on USA because that's where I caught it. USA Up All Night. It was late and it had a scary theme song.
It was like Twilight Zone? Or
I think it was like an anthology type thing. Like each episode, he got into a different, kind of like Highway to Heaven, but scary.
Yeah.
This is this music is B-roll over 1 minute and 20 seconds of him just walking.
Well, the show is called The Hitchhikers, walking on a road.
Right, but like there's nothing else. Like I've learned nothing. I know less than I did before.
You know what? The
about
name of the
this
show is Hitchhiker. He's walking on the road. What do you think it's about?
It's actually about the military-industrial complex in Bosnia.
Oh, now I'm in.
It's pretty deep, dude.
1983 to 1991 is when this ran.
I want to see this.
What's the? What do you guys? What's your scariest Halloween costume you've ever seen?
Scream.
Scream. Yes.
Oh, yeah, that is a weird mask.
I've seen a creepy clown that has like strings holding its face back.
Yeah.
It was just creepy.
Terrifying.
What are you guys going to be for Halloween?
I'm gonna be Beetlejuice.
Oh, cool.
You guys look similar.
What about you?
I'm gonna be Red from the New Descendants movie.
That's cool.
Oh, the Descendants, nice.
Are you guys excited? Do you do trunk or treat or trick or treating or both?
We're doing trunk or treat tonight.
Oh, right on.
Trunk or treat tonight? Favorite candy, go.
Milky Ways.
Milky Ways.
Starburst.
You guys like...
Which color, Starburst?
I like the red kind.
Okay.
You guys like licorice?
Yeah.
Oh, you like licorice?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no! Do you love Twizzlers?
No. Twizzlers are fun.
Okay. We made a list earlier this week and we put Twizzlers on there. We said kids don't like them.
Okay, well, we got the kids here, so let's ask them.
That's what about the. Yeah, I'm going to
Let's
get the
ask
list.
them about the list.
Okay, are you ready for this?
All right, just tell us if you like the stuff or don't like it, okay?
I bet.
Okay. Have you ever had a circus peanut?
No.
Do you know what
You'll
that
hate
is?
No. No.
Okay, so Twizzlers are out. So let's go. Tootsie Rolls.
I love Tootsie Rolls.
You love Tootsie Rolls.
See, I told you guys. You guys were like, kids don't like Tootsie
Yeah,
Rolls.
okay, but let's say there's...
There's a Kit Kat bar and a Tootsie Roll. Which one are you picking up?
Kit Tootsie Kat.
Rolls. Okay. All right.
What?
What about
Awesome.
What about a Good and Plenty? Never had it, right?
You've never had
Good.
good and plenty.
Good.
You don't want them.
We've wasted your time even telling you about them.
What about candy buttons?
Those are kind of bussin'.
Bussin'.
They're bussin'. You peel them off the paper, right? And they're just sugar? Yeah, they're pretty
Those are
good.
garbage.
Yeah.
Guys, what about nerds?
I think they're disgusting. They taste like
They taste like you got them off the floor of a bus.
You said you like nerds?
Yeah, nerd clusters.
What's
Nerd
that?
clusters.
That's when they're all
yeah.
together.
Those are gummies, right?
Yeah.
Those are gummies.
Oh, so classic nerds that look like little pellets. You don't like those?
Not really.
Disgusting. Get them out of
Disgusting.
here.
Get them out of here. What about runts?
No, never heard of that.
Disgusting.
From now on, you just have to say bussin' or discussin'.
Yeah, bussin' or disgusting, okay? What about this? You go to a trunk or treat, and a really nice lady hands you a bag of pretzels. Is that bussin' or disgussin'?
Bussin'.
All right.
But on Halloween, kids? No, Halloween's about candy. It's not about pretzels. You get pretzels any other day. Pretzels are good,
Pretzels
not
are
on
good.
Halloween.
What do you know?
Alex.
All right,
Listen.
let me ask you this. You
think
show
they're
up at a trunk or treat and a portly man who might be your uncle hands you a loose hot dog.
Disgussin'.
Disgusting.
Yeah, nobody
Good
wants
call.
that.
Good call.
You guys
With
don't
no
know
bun?
anything about Halloween.
No bun.
Straight up.
Here you go.
Cold dog.
I'm calling the cops.
Yeah.
These kids are proving that you guys know nothing about Halloween. They love the pretzels, the trunk or treat. Because I'm the only one that was defending Tootsie Rolls, saying kids love Tootsie
Okay.
Rolls.
Back to the list.
And
Back to
trunk
the
or
list.
treats, you trunk or treat haters.
You guys, bussin' or disgussin'? Smarties.
Bussin'. Bussin'.
Really? Okay. Sprees.
Disgussin'. Disgussin'.
Right on.
Disgusting.
I love it.
What about an old man hands you with his wrinkly hand just a ball of molasses?
What?
Disgussin'.
Oh, molasses.
It's on the list.
What neighborhood are you going to?
Give me some sorghum.
Overland. I don't know. What about a bit o' honey?
Bussin'.
Disgusting.
Disgusting.
Oh, but you like them. You said bussin'.
Yeah,
Oh,
I said
Alex,
bussin'.
all right, we're divided here.
Wow.
Okay, black licorice.
Bussin'. Bussin'.
Really?
You got him at they like black licorice?
Oh, Mom says no.
Because they like all the anise flavored Italian cookies down the hill.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, yeah.
Raising them right on the hill. Is cool.
Yeah.
All right, and finally, and this is it. Are the following bussin' or discussin'? Boston baked beans.
Disgusting. Bussin'.
Buster. Okay, you know what you didn't have on there? Raisins.
I did have raisins and raisinets. You guys like raisinets?
No.
Good.
Not really.
What about just straight up raisins?
They're okay.
Bussin'.
They're bussin'.
But do you want them for Halloween?
Huh?
Do you want them for Halloween?
No.
No.
Right.
Thank
No.
you, Alex.
You're welcome.
Thank you for confirming our list. Back to you.
Thank you, Alex. All right, good job, kids.
Yeah, it's really good.
Good job. All right, next email.
Well, let's talk about nachos since we're talking about food. This emailer says, "Hey, Riz, crew, and Scott.
Hey.
I was listening to the podcast from Monday while driving home from work today. You guys were talking about nachos and the best place to get nachos. I feel like I should make you and the listeners aware of another location for nachos. While it's not exactly in St. Louis, it is the listening area. There's a Tex-Mex place called AJ's Tex-Mex in the small town of Ellsbury that has an item called the Macho Nacho Baracho. It is a huge cookie sheet filled with nachos, salsa, and every type of meat that they carry. Brisket, pulled pork, sausage, chicken, and shrimp. Easily would feed 6 people. They got a lot of other good food, too, and the bar has
6
local
peoples.
live music.
I'll put this down myself.
Only open Thursday through Sunday. Kind of a specialty place. Good
All right, in
place to
Ellsbury.
eat.
Next time you're traveling through Ellsbury.
Right on. Nacho tour. I'm down.
It's Ellsbury, bussin', or discussin'?
Discussing.
Disgusting.
Ellsbury.
Number 1 in Ellsbury.
Disgusting.
Discussing. Yeah. So let me tell you about this Jimmy John's. Now, Moon and I are not a fan of the bread from Jimmy John's.
You guys eat Jimmy John sandwiches?
Not a lot.
Okay.
No, good, because you
No.
guys live on the hill, so
I don't
they
eat
have
them.
plenty of good places over there. Jimmy John's has a new sandwich that ditches the bread in favor of giant sliced pickles.
Whew. Unwich just got an upgrade.
So it's a giant pickle, but the meat is in between the pickle. It looks disgusting.
It's like a dinosaur sandwich.
Sounds bussin'.
I want that
That's
to
too much
trunk or
pickle.
treat.
No carbs, dude.
No carbs, all pickle, all in.
They're calling it the Pickle Witch. It contains your typical sandwich toppings, but the humongous dill pickle is the vessel.
Okay.
See if you can pull up a picture.
You guys like pickles?
The Pickle Witch.
Yeah.
You like pickles?
Yeah, they're fine.
They're fine.
I think they're fine too, but you can only have so much pickle, or else it overtakes everything.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
Look at
Think
that.
about that.
No way.
That's disgusting.
That is.
Doesn't that look like a
Ew, right?
reptile?
Ew.
That kind of looks like a default.
This is a swamp ass alert.
Okay.
Never
Cussing
mind,
in front of the
kids.
kid.
Yeah, moldy bread.
A deformed lizard. he
It
said.
does look like moldy bread.
The Pickle Witch will be available at participating Jimmy John's starting the 28th.
It's got to be better
All
than
right,
bread.
let's go.
Come on.
Little pickle witch.
I love you, Jimmy John's, and
Yep.
your spongy bread.
Your bread's great,
No, they're boat bumpers.
Yeah, they're weapons.
So, multitasking.
but they're tasty.
Boat bumpers, man. It's my favorite. When we came up with that, that's all I see now.
All right. Well, thank you for the emails. Let's do some sports. All right, Moon Sports.
Sports is brought to you by 19 Crime Snoop Dogg Smooth, the silky red blend wine to kick back, relax, and enjoy. Check out the latest Soccer 101 podcast Rock and I dropped yesterday. It's about a lot of the protection stuff, what we should be expecting in the MLS offseason for St. Louis City. Ended up being an hour-long episode because we had a lot to talk about. It was fun. 3 offseason acquisitions, Holloway, Broberg, and is it Texier or Texier for the Blues? This Alexander Texier?
Uh-huh.
It's got a cool name.
common spelling?
Texier. Probably from Canada. Scored goals for the Blues as they beat the Maple Leafs and former Blues coach Craig Berube 5-1 last
All
night.
right, that's dollar tacos at Hot Shots today. Dollar tacos at Hot Shots.
Jake Neighbors also scored for the Blues as Bennington chipped in 41 saves. Former
I didn't
NFL.
see you clap, Alex. Did you clap? Thanks.
Yeah, perfect.
That's dollar.
He
Dollar
does
Hot
that.
Shots.
He does that to us too. Former NFL star J.J. Watt wasn't happy with the ending of the Thursday night football game between the Vikings and the Rams and believes that it could be a bigger problem with officiating. The Vikings had the ball trailing by 8 points with just under 2 minutes remaining from their own 5-yard line. But the last gasp drive came to an end when Rams linebacker Byron Young sacked quarterback Sam Darnold in the end zone for a safety by grabbing his face mask and ripping him down. No call, no nothing.
Here's what it comes down to. It comes down to us all switching our picks
Yes.
to the Rams last night.
So what J.J. Watt didn't know is that we all switched our picks to the Rams last night.
He would be happy if
And
he
we
knew.
called the officials and we said, listen, take that guy down. Let him take him down in the end zone with a face mask. Don't penalize them so the Rams can win. And now the Riz Show is leading.
Yeah.
The gamble paid off.
The fast
that was
lane.
awesome.
Yes.
With the gamble.
So going into the Sunday games for week number 8 in the NFL Pick'em Challenge, we are up by 3.
That
Due
is
to a
beautiful.
coordinated effort last night that I guess the text chain started and then ended around 6:30. All changed our picks to the Rams. Good.
Good
It's a
stuff.
concerted effort. We have to do something drastic. We're down.
Mm-hmm.
Now all we got to do is hold the line. We're up 3. Just don't do anything too wild this
Scott.
weekend.
Just
Don't do
smooth.
anything
Make your
dumb.
picks. Make wise choices.
You know,
make
learn
good
to have
choices,
Alex
kids.
make your picks.
My picks are already done, but I will have him look at them.
And
No problem. I'll cap.
this is where the comeback
cap.
begins.
Going into the weekend, speaking of football, number 21 Missouri will likely be without its leading rusher when it travels back to face number 15 Alabama Saturday. The status of the starting quarterback Brady Cook remains uncertain after the ankle injury last week against Auburn. He was listed as doubtful on Mizzou's Thursday evening injury report. Running back Nate Noel is also listed as doubtful. Wide receiver Mookie Cooper was ruled out on Thursday with an undisclosed injury. His absence puts wideout Joshua Manning in line to be MU's third starter at that position. I'm Moon, and that's your sports because doing the bull dance, feeling the flow, working it.
All right, thank you, Moon. One final break. We'll come back. We'll wrap her up. All right, that is it for us. Donnie Fandango is next. Hope to see you all tomorrow at Ballpark Village for the Shipwrecked Halloween party. We'll be out there starting at 8 o'clock. Your ticket is all-inclusive, all you can drink. All the bars are open at Ballpark Village. Moon and the Teenage Dirtbags take the stage at 9.
Yup.
So it's going to be a wonderful evening. So get your tickets now at 1057thepoint.com. Make sure you check out the clip of the day brought to you by Michael's Flooring. Before we get out of here, we got to shout out our hats of the week. And these companies have made some very generous donations to Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital. And I'll start with my hat, which is AccuLevel. Thank you, AccuLevel. Is your foundation or basement giving you sleepless nights, proudly serving the greater St. Louis area? AccuLevel offers free in-home estimates, financing options, and unmatched customer service. Whether it's stopping basement floods or ensuring your foundation is rock solid, AccuLevel is here to bring you peace of mind. Give them a call, 866-512-5672, and let them help you create a healthier, worry-free home. Moon.
Woodard Cleaning and Restoration. Woodard Cleaning and Restoration has been serving St. Louis for over 75 years now. Woodard247.com. Woodard247.com.
Learn.
Yes, Blue Note Roofing. They can do anything you need. Roofing replacement, siding, gutters, and more. 23-plus years experience, BBB rated. And you can go to BlueNoteRoofingSTL.com.
Rafe.
Jeremy Bright, partner of Compass Health Consultants and Healthcare Solutions team, is a local insurance broker that handles individual, family, group, and Medicare markets. Doesn't cost you a dime. Everything gets billed to the insurance company. Give Jeremy a call or text at 314-724-6922 to get the best service in the industry.
All right, some events to tell you about. You could sign the Riz Show billboard tonight with Moon at the Hot Shots in O'Fallon, Illinois.
That's right. Oh, and by the way, not only do you get to come out there, and sign the billboard thanks to Moritz Royce Jewelry, but the Blues scored 5 goals yesterday. That means $1 tacos at Hot Shots
That's
tonight.
right.
So
All
perfect
day long.
time.
Sweet.
Rafe is at in Redbud at Vices.
Redbud and Vices tonight. My openers will be Max Price and Mike Anthony, both very funny comedians. It's almost sold out. I think he said he had like 4 tickets left.
Okay, well.
So if you want to come. But there might be some overflow seating too.
Can you ask him if his name, makes it difficult to sell tickets? Because like everywhere, his name is on a flyer. It says the max price, the maximum price. I think about that every time I see that kind of name, Max Price.
That's cool.
Learns at Nine Mile Garden tomorrow from 1 to 3.
Yeah, food trucks, big old screen. They're going to have, I believe, the game on. And so we're going to have a game on. It's going to be me. I'll dance for you on the AstroTurf. Come on out, 1 to 3, sign the damn billboard.
You guys all been there before?
Oh, yeah.
It's such
awesome.
a cool spot.
It is.
Then Ray for the Hot Shots in Wentzville on Sunday from noon to 2.
That is correct. I will also dance for you. I'll dance for you.
Scott, you have a trick-or-treat thing at the church?
Yes, on Sunday from 1 to 5, I'll be over at St. Louis Family Church hosting and emceeing their big costume contest. And this is a really fun day. There's all kinds of great things for your kids to do, and it's free. It's wonderful. So go to slfc.org and come hang out.
All right.
It's going to be a hoot.
Don't forget, on Monday, we start the Face the Music competition. Your chance to win $1,000 and your chance to co-host the show with us. All the details will be up on the website, 1057thepoint.com. Today's podcast is titled,
I'd Eat Jody's Cookies, too.
Okay. All right, anything else, guys?
Just follow the Riz Show on the socials. That's
Yeah,
it.
and December 7th, make sure you get your Punk Rock Christmas tickets. 3 p.m. and an 8 p.m. show. Only $30.
All right, we'll leave you with a selection from our Team Riz Member of the Day, brought to you by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill. From Columbia, Illinois, Andrew Showinoff is our Team Riz. And he wants to hear this song, and here it is. Have a great weekend. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow or at one of our events over the weekend. Bye.
Energy up.
The Rizzuto Show.